Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Agents of the Nine Hells, Part 5?
Yeah.
5.
I think we're on 5.
I think we're on 5.
Writing it down,
Let's say 5. Yeah, good. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Chris. I will be your Dungeon Master for tonight, and we're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/AdventurersWanted. Just in case you're new to D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, or you have stumbled onto this stream by accident and want to see what it's all about, hello, it's all fine. Everyone here is playing fantasy characters in a shared fantasy universe. The players all have their own unique characters with sheets in front of them or on their phones or in various places that tell them who they are and what they can do and that sort of thing. And then they roll dice to see how well they do that. 20 is good, 1 is hilariously bad. 9 times out of 10 they're rolling on a d20, which, I've got one. I've got one here too. There you go. So yes. And thus we will find some random chance and also tell our story together. I will play absolutely everything else they encounter. People, demons, devils, weather patterns, ships. Oh, spoilers. Anyway.
I don't have enough spells for that.
Spoilers. Why do you think that ships need
spells?
Because ships mean spells, famously. Brucey told us.
The ships mean sticks. And stealing restorations.
Really throwing out those British references from the start there. I like.
Yeah. Gotta get them in. Sorry, we're rambling. Anyway, that's what we're doing today, playing some Dungeons & Dragons. And you are joining us in Chapter 5 of Agents of the Nine Hells, where these 6 characters, as agents of the Nine Hells, are making their way through some of the other lower planes of existence on a special secret mission for Dimethus, the daughter of Asmodeus. If you want to know more about what that is or what you're doing or why they're laughing, please feel free to watch the earlier episodes, and the video on demand should now be on YouTube, I think, mostly. Is that right?
Oh yeah, all previous episodes will already be up on YouTube.
Excellent. Or they could still be on our Twitch VODs if you want to go back as well. Anyway, where we left off, the players are... Oh.
No, I just remembered where we left off. You're about to pick Chekhov's Minotaur off from above the mantelpiece.
Fair. The players have got to the Bastion of Last Hope. The Bastion of Lost Hope. Sorry, the Bastion of Lost Hope.
Oh, I thought it was last.
Oh yeah, I thought it was last.
I can't remember what I said now.
Oh, no.
You join us on the plane of Carceri, the Bastion of Lost Hope. There we go.
Miscellaneous hope.
Fucked if you're there.
Where the players have been speaking to a Yugoloth who has given them some very important story information, which I will run through again to make sure everyone's on the same page. But before we dive too deeply back into everything, why don't we go starting all the way over there with Toby? Can you please give your name, your pronouns, your character's name, their pronouns, and a sentence about what they look like and where they're up to right now?
First off, happy Halloween for this weekend. You're all invited to my house.
I'm holding you to that.
Oh god.
No, not you, the audience.
You can't do that when you're wearing that moustache too.
I have an audition today. Start here. My name is Mr.T.Osmond, Instagram. I go by he, him, as does Andreas Doros. My character is from the Icewind Dale, taken to Centre, so that is why I deliberately vary my accent.
Do you want to give anything else about where you're at right now?
Gladiatorial get up, nice purple plume. You should be able to see a picture of me here somewhere. I'm the cool looking one. I'm just getting into character. We are in hell, the prison plane of hell.
It's true.
I've got an intelligence of 7 and I'm having a great time, to be honest. We've gate crashed this scared demon's house, but now there's some big demons banging at the door. I'm just getting my morning star ready, my flail ready, my battle axe ready. I think I could probably use all 3 at once in this battle.
Right, Shamini, would you like to give a slightly shorter introduction?
Cool. My name's Shamini. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Perigal, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she's sort of very tall, hairy bugbear with big ears and some lovely elven jewellery and a nice green cloak. Oh, and a staff. Love the staff. we've been hanging out in hell, which is actually much nicer than you'd think. And I met this really nice book. It's very friendly, and I'm hoping I can get more time with the book. That plot may progress. We shall see.
I'm Grace, I use they them pronouns, and I will be playing Flutter of Wings, who also uses they them pronouns. Fluster is a sort of orange caracal style tabaxi, wearing like a little blue suede crop jacket with little reflective studs and shit on it, and they're really cool. And they nerd. Pretty much.
I don't think any one of us is in a position to be
Yeah,
thrown out
please,
of
like,
the in the pit.
Mostly I got stuck to lots of stuff. No, I didn't. You got stuck to lots of stuff last time. I stabbed a few things really, really hard, and then ran very fast.
Yeah, good at that.
I didn't read the book. I talked to it.
We'll tell you the exposition.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Chloe. My pronouns are she, her, as are Monsoons, my character, who is a water genasi, but one of her parents isn't a human, is a tiefling, so she has kind of like ice-like horns that can break, and like they're always at different angles and stuff, and 2 tones of blue skin all over her body, and then also like a lot of tattoos and piercings, and yeah, got stuck to a lot of stuff and tried to turn it into like a tactical move of like pinning down enemies by getting stuck to them, not realising that once someone had killed that enemy, it meant I was just stuck to more things.
It worked at least once.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to have some positive impact. And yeah, it's just kind of bumbling along, I'd say, to a degree in the Nine Hells.
Singing songs.
Singing songs, giving away all my inspiration in one go that then can't actually get used, and means that whatever we've got coming up, I can't do any inspiration-based things.
Yeah.
Free bonus action all the time, though.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Judah Mona. And if you can see Judah, then it's already gone badly wrong because he blends into the background. And that's what he's about to do, because there's just been a fairly hefty knock at the door.
You'll be right out the window. Hang on, was it
Somebody sounded like Jason Statham was here a second ago. Where's he gone?
That was really short.
I'm going really short.
Okay.
Hang on, what pronouns does Judah use?
I'm he, him, and Judah is he, him.
Thank you.
I'm Emma, I'm gender fluid and using she, her pronouns today, and I'm playing Keldon, who is also gender fluid and using she, her pronouns today. Keldon is a Minotaur life cleric of Ilmata. Ilmata is a god of sacrifice. Keldon is in hell mainly to find out more about Minotaurs and Baphomet and why those two things are linked. We've got some of the way, watch previous streams. Keldon is based on a Highland cow, so red, and wearing very shiny armour, a lot of it.
Great. Lovely. And I'm Chris, and I use they, them pronouns. So, before we kick off, this stream will run for 3 hours, about 10 minutes of which we wasted with intros. There will be roughly...
I mean, it was mostly Toby.
Yeah.
give the people what they want?
There will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle, which we'll gauge depending on what's going on in the story. And we are delighted to be sponsored by D&D Beyond, the official digital toolset for Dungeons & Dragons. D&D Beyond offers a compendium with all the game's rules, lore and adventures, as well as digital tools like a character builder, digital character sheets, and an interactive overlay Twitch extension, which should be next to Toby's head. There we go. Lovely. Thank you very much. We're also very pleased to be supported by For Fans by Fans. Got a new shirt on today. It's a UMT.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I do like it, yeah. I'll be wearing various things throughout the different streaming process. And Ultra Pro do various different bits and bobs, but they're starting to get into D&D dice. Yeah.
Hefty.
These are the heavy metal dice range. They're absolutely brilliant. Everyone on the stream is using them sometimes.
They roll a lot of 20s.
How good those are, and you're saying that they're like biased.
They also have rolled a ones.
They have
Anyway.
all the numbers.
My one's
Hey,
good.
it's based on random chance.
I mean, I've rolled a 19, a 20, and a 15 today, so.
Good start. Anyway, these heavy metal dice sets that Ultra Pro are making with Dungeons & Dragons are available from their shop online, and also we're giving some away on our Twitter channel. Ooh. Rules and terms and conditions for that are on our Twitter channel, which is Adventurers250. So go and take a look there. Thank you all. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and we aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen sometimes, and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so please do just let us know if you think one has been missed. Lovely. Without further ado, would you?
Jesus, Toby.
Would you like me to remind you of the massive lore dump that happened at the end of the last episode?
Oh, no, we remember.
Yeah, I mean, for the people watching,
Oh,
sure.
for the
but I
audience.
mean, I've got
Of
it
the-
all written down.
I've
I can definitely write that
I've got
fast.
notes.
of all of the various varieties of loths, I definitely remember at least 2 of them.
My notes say
Little off,
army of
little
all
off.
3 funds walking together.
Wow.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite thing to embroider on pillows. Live, life, laugh. Sorry.
For the players who haven't taken good notes, and for the people on the stream, the party have just made their way to the plane of Carceri, and on the plane of Carceri have found a Yugoloth information broker, a Skeroloth called Exius. Exius informed all of you that he had received psychic messages, sending spells mostly, encouraging him to go home. Now, for Yugoloths, home is the plane of Hades, but they also spend a lot of time on the plane of Gehenna. On Gehenna is a Yugoloth called the General of Gehenna, and the General of Gehenna is very clearly calling all Yugoloths back. Also the reason why you were sent here. What are they?
Sorry, I'm just imagining someone be like, yeah, Exius, go home.
Fucking hell, Lexi, could you just?
Anyway, that's what Exius has told you, and also this is one of the reasons why you're here, because the information was given to you that Yugoloths were pulling back from the war. I have to deliver this. Stop giggling at me.
so professional and Anna.
Yeah. That is what Exius told you as part of your speaking to him in his strange place in the Bastion of Lost Hope. At the same time, Exius also gave you a book, the Book of Derelict Magics, which is a Yugoloth book that speaks about the Yugoloth species, how they came to be, and what they have been up to. In particular, what it has told you about is an artifact called the Heart of Darkness. The Heart of Darkness was designed by the General of Gehenna and the Oinoloths, who lead the Yugoloth species. Between them, they worked out that chaos and law were the main problems in their fledgling society of Yugolothiness, and to try and expunge them from their species, they used this Heart of Darkness to try and remove the chaos and the law from themselves, and in doing so inadvertently created demons and devils, and thus the Blood War and everything about the lower planes as is at the moment.
Are the Yugoloths that left the ones that successfully removed both, or removed neither?
Interesting question. Maybe if you read the book more carefully, you'd know.
We asked for all the information and you said, "Oh, but we've only got a quarter of an hour left." So
No, I understand, but it is an interesting.
Okay,
it's an
we'll go
it's an
with
interesting question whether it was they were both removed or whether they were both kept, or how it's worked. So, yeah, absolutely worth you checking in character, intelligent wizard. Yes, but that's the basis of what you found out so far. You know that a demon who looks a bit like a minotaur was looking for this book from Exius, and you saw her in the street briefly. However, there has now been another very heavy knocking at the door, and you are all currently inside Exius's very strange little information brokery shop style thing. There is a back door, as you know, but there has currently been 3 heavy knocks on the door. What is everyone's reaction to 3 heavy knocks on the door?
they found us.
Well, so we'll be having that book and leaving then.
Oh, don't take my book. I'm going to give it
We
to
will
the...
return it very shortly.
Why don't you come with us?
Oh, where are you going?
Definitely not exactly where you don't want to go.
I start
let's
getting
move,
my
let's-
weapons
yeah,
out of the hooks.
Maybe if we just popped off.
If we can get going without having to fight, that would be much better. Let's go. Let's go. We know there's a back door because we know we know that there's a back door.
Because some of you went in and out the back door. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Can I perceive at the back door just to make sure there's?
You want to look at the back door?
I want to listen. I want to listen at it to make sure there's no one gonna because it's standard procedure for someone to be at the front banging on the door and someone else to sneak around the back.
Yeah.
and like-
We didn't think of that standard procedure when we were in it, but other people probably would.
So you're going to listen at the back door.
Yeah.
Roll me a listening at the back door check.
I feel like perceive at the back door.
Yeah, I do hear nothing. I rolled 2.
It's an Agatha Christie novel. That's the joke I've been trying to make. You
But-
keep going.
It was still 12.
12.
Amazing.
I don't know.
You hear, pressed up against the door, you hear a bit of muttering and fidgeting.
Can we go out that way or what?
Let's go. What does that mean? It says that way. 2. Yes, I got 2 out the window. 2 out the window.
Just start gently spinning.
Why don't we sort of hide in the back and Exius can say hello to this lovely customer who's probably come to borrow a book.
There's not really a back. You look around, it's not like there's like a little sort of back, it's all just shelving units and desks. There's another very heavy knocking at the door, and in Infernal, who here speaks Infernal?
Oh, yes,
That's the
Oh,
one
who
that I
doesn't?
speak.
that's good. Yes.
You hear a gruff voice going, "Open this door! We need information!" Now, Infernal is the language of devils, not demons.
Why do I speak infernal, not abyssal? Who made that choice?
You, because you live in Avernus.
So, that sounds like that's more just speaking to Exes. That sounds like that's kind of your thing. So, yeah, maybe we should just...
We'll go. Just get off. We'll just go. Yeah, wonderful. It's so lovely to meet you. We'll return this any minute, any day now. Probably. Don't you worry. It's all for the greater good. Well, we'll just say hi on the way out, right? We can go out the front. We can go out the front. We're just customers. Yeah. We're just customer types. Customers, right.
Is Andreas putting his flail away?
I'm a minotaur.
We know that. Still leave.
I'm a minotaur. I could genuinely be here. Why don't I go out first out the back
Right.
and make a distraction for you to follow?
Okay, go on then. Bye.
So you don't want me to open the door?
I feel like we've already spent a dangerous amount of
spent
time
too
actually
much
talking
time.
whilst they've been at the door.
Hello?
I'm out the back. Follow me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out the back and I'm just
yes,
gonna
good.
pretend to be an actual minotaur.
You are.
You are
Minotaur.
Pretend to be a
Oh, a blood pact.
blood packed minotaur.
Sure.
Can I roll a forward check first?
Oh, can I? Ooh. Okay, as we're walking up to the back door, like I feel like Fluster comes up alongside you and is like, so right. Think, head down low, posture poor. That's not their voice. Oh my god! and what you've got to do, what you've got to do is, just mostly grunt and sort of lots of heavy breathing.
Do you want to roll a performance check with advantage? And you have guidance as well.
I could guidance myself.
Yes, you could.
It's a 20.
Hey!
It's a nat 20.
Plus 2
Uh-huh.
minus plus 1. Alright, and that's 23.
You open the back door.
Yay.
Door
Conquer.
2 barbed devils.
out of my way! Rah! Rah! Rah!
Follow.
Rah!
We follow.
She's doing such a good job.
You're just barging through them?
Yeah!
They're spiky.
I'm wearing armour.
They should move.
You take 9 points of damage as you walk into them because they're barbed.
Who fucking cares?
Sorry, hang on. Can you please wait here?
Out of my way!
They're going to literally stand in front of you unless you physically attack them or push them over.
I'm gonna push them.
Push past, yeah.
Okay.
We are
Yeah, just
Can you-
all people pushing past.
Please make me an
Unimportant.
athletics roll because you are shoving them.
Shove, shove,
Mon-
shove.
Monsoon is looking furiously for just the camera to look dead into.
At the same time, Exodus has gone and opened the front door.
It's fair. It's got a customer. Fair. This is just a normal
That
shop.
is
Just normal
a
shop people.
24.
Oh.
Oh, shit. That feel when you're a Minotaur.
You just knock one of those. Oi! As one goes flying off and pushed 10 feet away. Exodus opened the front door. You all catch a glimpse of a horned devil, which is a large creature. Looks very stereotypically devil-like, if you imagine that. Just standing there with a fork, looking.
Carceri! It's a pitchfork. Nasty. Red one.
Yes.
Get a person who knows
Just standing there going, what's going on here? Are you just bowling past and running?
That was my
Running,
intention.
yeah, we're just leaving the shop as is our right, as normal.
Well, there's a gap now, right?
Yes, there's a gap now.
Oh yeah, I dash through the opening. That's a bonus action.
Okay, Judas running. What's everyone else doing?
I'm continuing to walk
Stop,
purposefully.
Don't look so
Like a
guilty,
minotaur.
jeez.
Fine.
I will also just. Hello.
And what's everyone else
It
doing?
was us trying to.
And leaving?
Oh, I'm leaving, yes. I was us.
Walking through the door, trying to look as casual as possible, almost even with like an apologetic look about Judah like running.
Okay.
In a kind of like, what are you gonna do? Some people kind of way.
Everyone is making their way out the door purposefully and intentionally, but not rushing.
I'm
Yeah.
taking the rear, putting the axe away, and the morning star just, the flail just hanging over my shoulder, and I say, "Oh, this is not the Halloween party."
The Exodus just turns to the horned devil and door and goes, "They stole my book."
Yeah.
I hate grasses.
And the horned devil shouts, "Stop." Would you like to enter a chase scenario, or would you be happy to be stopped?
I was gonna do something slightly different.
Go for it.
What is the ceiling like?
In here, it's. It's a ceiling.
I spent a long time thinking about that.
It's not like a cave or stalactites. It's a building.
No, but is it like a straight ceiling? Is it like
Yeah, this whole building's at a
does it come
slight
all the way
angle, but it is a
up?
flat
Like-
ceiling.
Okay. Because what I was going to do was climb the walls and try and hide in the ceiling.
Are you?
I decided I was
Said
going to do that before everyone else said that they were going to leave.
Oh.
Considering
Well,
what's
then.
about to happen, do you still want to do that?
It sounds fun. I think you should definitely do that.
Lean in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do want to do that.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. With disadvantage, you're in plain sight.
Shelves and things around, aren't there?
Oh, but that was an 18 and a 16. Fuck you. This is going to be so bad.
No, it's
Um,
great.
That's a 24.
Yeah.
24. Okay. Fluster is hiding.
Yeah. In the ceiling.
I presume everyone else is running?
I
Not necessarily. It's not my
Yeah.
first instinct, I must say.
I have a gambit.
Okay, let's see the gambit.
To try. I know it might be visible that I'm casting a spell.
It is.
I would like to, X is saying that, turn back.
Yeah.
To the room. Are there any other books in the room?
Oh, tons.
Just like lying
Books,
down.
papers, all over the place. Bookshelves.
Cool. I walk over. Okay. Oh, Exius! You're blind to books. There's so many in here, right? Like, it's still here, right? Okay? Stop worrying about your books. But with stop worrying about your books, I'm casting suggestion.
Yeah.
Cool, you are visibly casting a spell when you cast suggestion.
I know, but I'm hoping that I can try and do like some performance or deception roll or sleight of hand to try and do this. I'm like waving a book about in.
Roll me a
his
sleight of
face.
hand check.
That said, I don't know if I'm actually that good at that.
I'm going to keep this music on, it's quite fitting.
I love it.
Sleight of hand. Okay, this isn't Oh god, I can't see in that light. Oh, that is a 23.
Oh, it's my book. I'm not worried about my book anymore. The horned devil next to Exeus looks at Exeus, looks at you, looks at Exeus, looks at you.
Always going on about stuff, isn't he?
I think it's best if you come with us.
But best for whom?
My friends don't go anywhere with bloody devils.
Can I, before we enter initiative, because I know it's coming, can I assume I will have fought horned devils before?
Yes.
Can I assume I would have done the effect Slayer's Prey, so I know what their Hunter's Sense, so I would have known what their damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities are?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Then I'm going to use, before we get into initiative,
Damn it,
Slayer's
baby.
Prey, so I do an extra d6 of damage to it when I hit it in the face.
If we need to hit it in the face. Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, we are all trying to diffuse the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that started the fight last time, right?
Yeah, they did start the fight last time.
Start prepared.
In the alleyway, Judah, you have run 60 feet up the alley. You're turning around. The barbed devils are just watching you go. A couple others are coming around the other side of the alley, just sort of watching this happen. Keldon, you're somewhere in the middle. You're hidden up a wall. You're chatting to the horned devil. You're both in the doorway.
Can I sort of start just pushing
Excuse me.
Perigol
Excuse you. Oh, sorry.
sort of out the back door? Because in my mind that was the plan. We were
That
looking
was
out
the
back door.
plan.
So we're still shuffling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Keep them here. Everyone stays here.
No, we are leaving!
The four barbed devils, two of which are ahead of you, Judah, and the two of which, whether one has gotten up, are all sort of closing in a cordon around the two of you in the alleyway. Just, everyone calm down. We just want a word.
I do not like words. Rah!
Some of the barbed devils just... Inside, one was going, Can you stop leaving?
No, they will not stop leaving! We are leaving!
You are literally being cordoned in
Okay,
by
yeah,
four barbed devils
I
right
will
now.
shove them again.
Yeah, they're only barbed devils.
I've got a feeling we're not actually leaving. Just call it a hunch.
Can I... Do I have space to use the dash action?
Yeah, this wide cordon at the moment, yes.
Are you ready to run?
Do you say
You
that?
sir, behind you.
Yes.
I can't.
In what language?
Oh.
Common.
You just outright say, "Are you ready to go?"
Yes, and I'm expecting a swift answer, not a slow answer.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going
no
to
problem.
put my head down,
Yeah.
and I'm going to run at them.
Oh.
And because I'm using the dash action, I can attack them with my horns as I run.
So cool.
Horn singular.
Oh, sorry, I realised I just made this a combat. Sorry.
Fuck's sake, Emma.
I'm not really intending to hurt them, more to like bat them out of the way so that everyone can run past.
What are the rules on goring rush there, Minotaur?
Immediately after you use the dash action on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action.
Melee attack could be a
Shove.
Shove.
So you're just trying to
Off.
literally throw one barb demon out the way and then you're going to run.
Oh, that's such
Bob
a
Devil,
cool
sorry.
visual. God.
That is correct. That is what I would like to do.
Okay, make me attack roll.
Could still be a really cool visual if it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
true.
Just in a
If not,
different
it's just
way.
me headbutting
Yeah.
a devil.
Yeah, and the devil like grabs your horns and
Or it's
Dex you.
Go video out of the way.
I'm going to roll a 1, aren't I?
You're really like pumped for all the aggression tonight.
what happened?
No, but I did roll a 15.
15. The barbed devil just goes flying off into middle distance. You
Oh,
do
that's so
take
cool.
6 points of piercing damage because it is covered in barbs, but it just is flung out of the way. Are you running? You continuing to run?
I mean, if
Yeah.
they're running after me, yeah.
As soon as Keldon said to run, yeah.
So you're going to run down and run past the Barb Devils. Are you running as well, Andreas?
Keldon.
Yeah.
Lovely. Judo, are you running as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume there's room to get through without them attacking.
You can skid round them, but they'll get attacks of opportunity and things, but we'll come to that in
I
a
was
second.
hoping to create enough space not to. That was the entire point of
You
doing
knocked
this.
one out of the way, there are still 3 others.
I mean, you could knock the
But
other
if
one
they're
out
in
of the
a
way.
cordon,
Are you trying to... Do you want to try and push one over as you run past?
I'd like to cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action before we enter initiative. I've said it so I get it.
So you cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action,
Yes.
and then what?
Yes. I want to do like a sort of like... I'm sort of making sure Perigle's getting away.
Because casting Zephyr Strike, what does that look like? What happens?
I think going with the Chisentan / Roman / ancient Greek thing.
Yes.
Yes,
Maybe
the same
I'm like Tempest, hit me, go fast, and then maybe some like little fucking wings appear out of the sandals. And maybe little wings out of the helm as well.
Okay,
And
Cannon.
I'm going to do like a clothesline on one of them.
You're going to close on one of them. Okay, roll me
Version.
a grapple check. Roll me a grapple.
I'm
See how it
fucking
goes.
living today. This
Oh,
is
man.
Great.
Oh, jeez.
Not great.
I'm not rolling well.
Even
18.
better.
18.
Oh, sorry, what's the roll? Athletics, yeah, 18.
Yes, 18. As you run past, one of the Barb Devils just looks up as you come. Whoop! Just gets clotheslined. You take 5 points of damage from the barbs. You're just running straight past, and there's now enough space for Perigal to run past without any attacks of opportunity. That's all you can do as you start running. What are the two of you doing? Because as they're shouting and scuffling in the alleyway, the Horned Devil just looks at you and goes, "Well, at least you're here," and reaches out to put a hand on your shoulder. I will give you an action. I'll give you an action. Tell me what you're doing.
Who else is in the building?
Exius,
Okay.
who's cringing slowly into a corner, making that noise as he goes.
I drop from the ceiling
What?
and grab Monsoon by the shoulders and cast Thunderstep.
Oh, yeah! Bye, Exius.
Is that the one that has a noise that like is
Yeah.
audible out to like 300 feet or something like that?
It also
Yeah,
does
it's
damage,
happened.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you
Oh, yeah.
thunderstepping to?
Love Thunderstep.
Out the door where Keldon is. I just heard a barb demon go. I recognise the sound because it's the same sound that one made last night when Andreas chucked it at the ring.
That is indeed canon. Okay, I will allow it. Can you please roll me the damage for Thunderstep?
I'd love to.
Mm-hmm.
I really wouldn't. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh no! Oh, wait. Do you not need to make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh,
You do. You need to make a Constitution. Could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Exius did surprisingly well. The Horned Devil did not.
Hey!
That's the right way round. My spell save DC is 17. If that helps you know whether you succeeded.
Well,
or
Exius
not.
passed and the Horned Devil absolutely did not.
Sick. That's bullshit damage.
Is that half damage to Exius or none?
Yes, half damage to Exius. That's 12 points of damage. Ah, badass.
As the four of you are just pegging it down the elevator, there's an ear-like thunderous boom
It's
from in-
literally, it's like a cloud forms above. Its bluster falls down from it like a strike of lightning.
Yep.
Are you willing?
Oh yeah.
And there's an ear-splitting thunderclap behind you, and suddenly Fluster and Monsoon are running with you down the alley.
So we're
Cool.
running, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Can everyone please roll me initiative? This is not a combat round, this is for a chase sequence.
Fuck you.
Yes!
Oh my god.
This is gonna be so fucking. Oh no.
That was only on initiative, actually.
Boo! Yeah.
Well, you said boom, I said boo.
Anyone above a 25?
Well, I rolled a nat 20 and I have a +5 to initiative anyway.
Whee!
So yes, you did.
I didn't roll above a 25, but you know.
Anyone above a 20?
Judah.
Okay. Then.
Anyone above a 15?
18. Where are you all?
You're an ounce, it sounds like.
So jaunty.
It's a jaunty chase. It's always going to be a jaunty chase, but y'all made it weird.
Welcome to D&D.
Anyone above a 10? Anyone above a 15, sorry.
You said above 15 already.
Anyone above a 10?
I rolled a 12 with my plus 9 to
That's
initiative.
insane. Okay. Anyone above a 5? Yes.
9.
6.
I thought I got on that 1, but it's a 7.
I also got a 7.
What did you do?
Oh,
Perigal.
that's definitely in that one. Making it 2. Woohoo! But I check it wasn't a 7. It's not.
You are running full pelt down these strange streets as described because of the order of initiative. As you are all running, Perigal is falling back slightly. Keldon and Andreas are both managing to keep pace. Up ahead, Monsoon has just torn out of that teleportation and is zooming up ahead. And both Judah and Fluster are in between. So if you can imagine that as a blocking 1, 2, 2, 1.
Zephyr Strike gives me an extra 30 foot of movement, if that affects it.
It does. You are catching up to Monsoon quickly because you are super fast.
I
Although you hit something, so the Zephyr Strike has faded, hasn't it?
I only last one round, I think.
Okay, so you have a burst of speed that is catching you up as well.
I wouldn't let Perigal fall behind. Like, I would slow down to
So you have to keep with Perigal.
keep pace.
In which case, Andreas moves up to be with Fluster and Judah, and Keldon, you're falling back to be with Perigal. That is absolutely fine. Behind you, the barbed devils are shaken and clearly not sure of what to do. Smashing through the back door of Exis's place, the horned devil just steps out and just lets out a cry of anger and frustration. You're both at the back.
Fuck that guy.
I'm just going to roll a random one. Keldon,
Yeah.
does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just.
A handful of fire is summoned into its hand as it chucks it down the alleyway and it lands slap bang between Keldon's shoulders. You take 11 points of fire damage.
I'm not even at half health yet.
Monsoon, you are up ahead and you are about to turn round. You don't know where you're going. I mean, I don't know if you know where you're going, but ahead of you, the road, there's a crossroads. You could easily go left, right, forward. You don't know where you're going or where anything is, but you know.
So we definitely zero clue. This isn't like a part that we've already walked around.
Nope, because you went to the front door.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I am going to, as I run along, look at my hand where part of my tattoo of a fake treasure map is. And I'm just going to look whether it bears left, right, or up ahead. Because I use that to help me make decisions in difficult times.
This music is so fitting.
I'm gonna roll a d6 in terms of like, so there's left, up ahead, and right, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Going up ahead.
Cool, you blaze through up ahead. There are starting to be some other creatures around you. Some of the Demodans that you've encountered already are just walking down the street. Some are some petitioners, and you're just bowling through people as you go at this point.
I would also... How far spread out are we? As in, if I was to try and throw...
You're all within about 30 feet of each other.
Oh, okay.
We should blend in.
You know what? I'd like to try and wing it over people's heads and throw a bead of force in the direction of the barbed thing.
What is the range on throwing that?
It will just be throwing.
Throwing.
It doesn't. Oh, throw the bead up to 60 feet.
Cool. You can throw it down where you just went to try and catch it. That's fine. What do I need to roll?
Dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
This, because you've asked before, Chris, would be an appropriate time to use the word yeet.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you yeet a ball of force, or am I yeet? No. I'm
No.
not yeeting.
I yeet the ball of force.
Right. Okay. Oh my.
Bead of force, even. What is it?
Yeeted.
The barbed devil. Sorry, the horned devil gets a 9.
Okay.
The barbed devils get an 11.
Those both fail.
Right.
So they take this damage. That's 3, 6, 10, and one more.
Mm-hmm.
12 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then any creature that failed the save is completely within the area is trapped inside the sphere that forms. Only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. No attack or other effect can. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's wall, moving it up to half its walking speed. The important thing as well, though, is the sphere can be picked up because the magic means it only weighs 1 pound, regardless of the weight of things inside.
Hamster ball.
Yes!
Yes! It's Indiana Jones.
So
Now it matches the music.
are they all inside it? They all.
Yep.
Resolving demons.
As you run back, suddenly there's and this sort of strange bubble now has a horned devil and 4 barbed devils going. It's rolling forward, and the barbed devil's barbs are sticking into the horned devil. It is carnage inside the ball. You're running ahead. You'll easily outpace this ball because it is slow. But then you're just running off as there's a lot of rolling around inside.
We've got a minute.
We've done this before.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying on running. I sort of look back, I'm like, and I sort of skid to a halt,
Okay.
turn around, and just start running towards the ball.
Oh god.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Do you keep running? Do you wait for Andreas? What are you doing?
What are you?
I'm nearly bumping into it.
Devil ball!
We didn't want to fight them. We just want to lose them.
I'm not fighting with them, I'm playing with them.
Yes, but we could just lose them in the town and then not have to fight them.
Am I there yet?
Yes.
I kicked the ball.
Can you roll me an athletics check, please?
Natural one.
It only weighs 1 pound.
It only weighs 1 pound.
It's gonna fucking 1 pound.
It's gonna fly and it's gonna hit the infernal blimp from the first episode.
She's on another
26.
Where do you David Beckham this ball?
I
You know how
bend it like a barbed Beckham.
You know how I described the Bastion of Lost Hope having these like very tall towers and it's all encased by a ring wall, it's all dark basalt. It's a very dark, overbearing, difficult place. Really a place of sadness and problems. This ball is just bouncing around various bits, and with a 26 I'm going to say boom boom, goes flying over the wall.
I just want to do a little on the spot, and then just start like jauntily walking back.
Yeah, that
I'm going to turn the music off now.
And you roll damage on the Horde Demon.
Yeah.
Or devil.
Thank you.
No. Stop playing. The comedy's done. One of the smaller sticky demodans is just stood next to you, just looks back at you.
Yeah, you know you're impressed.
I still feel like we should probably get out of here. Keep going.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like we should probably leave.
I feel like it's the thing where like everyone comes together just giggling maniacally in the alleyway and we all like pat each other on the back before just like
I do wonder whether we should just go back and maybe pay for the book, because I don't think maybe we do want to return it tomorrow, and I did say we'd return it tomorrow, and actually I think maybe we won't return it tomorrow.
Axios grasped on us.
Axios is the worst.
I gave him some gems.
Did you?
Yeah, it was more for information, but also can kind of cover a book.
I saw that.
Right.
He's not going to be worried about it for like the next 7 hours, 55 minutes anyway, so.
Alright. Yeah, okay, I feel a little bad, but it is for the best. For the best, right.
Yes. Right. Well.
You
Street fun
did
bit.
damage to Axios, so he gets to roll again on the saving throw against suggestion.
no.
Exius, well, took some force damage
Thunder
from
damage.
from the oh
Yeah.
From the
from the
thunder
thing.
That guy.
But I do think that we should immediately suss out how we leave this plane of existence.
Very quickly.
We do require a trip down the Styx.
Are we happy with the information we have gathered?
Did we not want to take Exius with us? Was that not the bonus inducing part of this?
I feel like the book is enough.
Yeah, I think the book's probably quite sound.
Also, like, do we really want to protect Exius for the next
I
like
feel like
month?
we should pass on the information in the book and then see what further we can do to counter the cunning plans afoot.
Can we have this conversation,
Yes,
but like
yes,
just
right,
outside?
I would.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception check to see if we're being watched?
Sure.
Yeah, we're being watched. That was impressive.
That is a natural 1.
Oh,
Although
nice.
with guidance and my perception, it still becomes out as 12.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That one, though.
It's 12 though. Yeah.
I mean, it is a
Whatever,
1.
whatever
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
like
at, I see it really well.
There is a crowd of various petitioners, these people who are part of the plane of Carceri. A couple of the different demodans are watching you as well. Some lower level demons and devils are also looking over at you. It's not like everything has stopped and they're all just watching you. It's more people are walking past with a kind of, who are these people? It's quite similar to what happened beforehand, but there is a slightly different tone now as someone's going, just kicked a bucket.
I want to try and high five the one who points at me. I'm like,
We must leave.
Jude, let's go. Let's go.
Do you think you could fly up and see where the river is? We know we can get out via the river. I mean, I can do it if you don't want
Get
to.
out.
I'm not exposing my wings in this environment.
No, that's fine. Okay,
That's fair.
No, that makes sense.
Let's wander.
A couple of demons and devils are totally flying overhead.
No, we wander.
I look. I
Different
like
type
get
of
ready
ones.
to cast fly and I go. I don't want to do that.
yeah, we leave.
Yeah, we're off. We're just casually
You're casually just leaving.
just wandering
Mhm.
off. Yeah.
Just another day in Carceri.
Books in my bag somewhere.
Are you heading for the front of
Yeah,
this
from where we came in.
bastion
Yeah,
to get out?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a gorge, and there was some water in the gorge, so that seems like a fairly decent place to try and find a more marina-esque part of the river.
Excellent.
All we need is somewhere where boats are.
Well, that's great sounding.
This
As-
is not going to be easy.
As you make your way out of the bastion, anyone else looking to see if you're being followed?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very perceptive.
Not looking to see if we're being followed, but looking to see if anybody looks like a sailor.
Hello, sailor.
So I'm just imagining this like, I'm a devil with a little sailor cap, just, hello, yar.
Very good at reading people.
Insight,
Ooh.
please.
There's a 25.
25,
29.
29.
All right.
Well, my 21 feels rubbish.
Level 10.
28.
On the insight check.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
As you head out of the bastion of Lost Hope, and as you push your way out past the petitioners, and the Demodans are very happy to let you go. They are not trying to keep you here. You don't belong here. As you push your way out and make your way out the front, you looking behind you, you don't think you're being followed at this point in time. You can't see anyone following you or see anyone particularly keeping eyes on you or keeping track of you. With a 28, you don't recognise anyone with a particularly sailorish vibe, because that's really not what.
It was worth.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying like you don't see a devil in a sailor outfit, and
They could be wearing specific boots or
Maybe.
have like rope.
Yeah, or she smells the smell of salt on the skin, you know?
oh, I see. No,
What I loved was if there was a devil with a tattoo of a sailor.
They could look particularly feeble of mind. You never know.
sure. I'm afraid there's nothing like that
Cool.
here.
That's fine.
But as you step outside, you have seen that there's smaller streams you could try and track and follow, so you'd make your way to the Styx. You don't really know where you're going.
Sounds like just another day with us, huh?
Yeah.
Andreas, with your expertise of the environment, you think you can work out which. I guess I could work out which way the river is going by looking at it. But I feel like I should let you do that.
Thank you.
That was a really good pick.
with Ilmata's assistance, like this.
Are we outside of the city now?
Of the Bastion,
Of
yes.
the Bastion.
It was never a city. It was, maybe 30 buildings, but all quite locked together. Not huge.
The other side from where the ball landed.
Yeah.
They're
It's just like in a pile.
Bobbing along.
They're just stuck in the middle of a lake and just spinning.
I hope that devil flies after us, really angry. Like,
Got 4 more beads.
That's one for each of you.
You roll me a survival check with advantage and roll a d4 and add it as well because of Ilmata's guidance.
well, that's a nat 20.
Wow, we are killing it at the moment.
Do you want to add the...
4.
And just go.
Plus your modifier of...
I fear it may not be a addition.
It is an addition. You're a very talented ranger.
Oh, 5. That's 29.
No.
Sick.
With a 29.
That way.
You get a strange sense that it's definitely that way. And you just, looking at the way that the small rivers are tracking through the ravine, you can tell that all of these different bodies of water, all these different moving and ebbing tides, must all flow to one place.
I know that sticks.
You track away from from the bastion and away from the direction you were going, out of the mountains, but at more of an obtuse angle to where you were earlier. So you're heading again across the plains of Carceri, and again with your survival check of ridiculous, you're making sure that no one is stepping in any quicksand as we had earlier. You're making your way around any ravines that could be dangerous, with Andreas guiding you very skillfully, and you're making your way once again across the plains of Carceri.
Flutter. Are you called Flutter of Wings because, like, in my mind it's because you are like a tabaxi is like a cat. Is it because, like, you kill birds and then there's like a flutter of wings as you kill them?
No.
I've always wondered that.
Have you ever seen me chase a bird?
No, but you're so fast I probably wouldn't.
I wish it was just for you, Andreas. No, it's not that.
Quicksand.
Does it look like we're going that way? Because at least 50% of the time that Andreas goes this way, it's definitely the wrong way.
Roll me an insight check on Andreas.
I hope you get a 1.
11.
To be fair, I always think I'm going the right way.
To be fair, he always thinks he's going the right way, but this time there's something about the purposeful nature of his step that makes you go, oh, he definitely does know where he's going. Fine. Yeah.
Can I cast Detect Good and Evil from my axe just to check that there's nothing invisible following us?
Yes, of course.
You are on it.
Yeah.
There's nothing within 30 feet of you.
Invisible man check.
I'd like to kind of, as much as is safe and possible in amongst quicksand stuff, kind of come up alongside Perigel. And just, I just wanted to check in. I know you got kind of like the Hell Plus experience to begin with, and this is a bit more standard, like economy class vibes. And I wanted to make sure you were okay.
There was a bookshop, so not a spa. I think I might have preferred the bit with the books to the spa part, actually.
Right.
So
Okay.
not bad, I'd say.
Good. You're settling in just fine.
Oh yes, I suppose I am.
Right. And the book, I don't really look at it. It's
In
fine. It's not
bag.
like talking to you right now.
I think hello, book.
Hello.
Now it is.
Oh, okay.
You alright? You right in there?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you the story again?
Oh, in a minute, yeah, definitely. But
Ah,
not right
fine.
now. I need to look out for quicksand right now, but
Do remember, I'd like some new stories if possible.
I am very excited about that. Yes, I'm going to tell you all the stuff. So I've just talked to the book.
Oh, hang on. The
Oh,
book
yeah.
had a different accent, didn't it? The book was more Americanized, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My bad. Oh, no, I need some more stories. You gotta tell me some more stories.
that was
My mistake. Apologies. Having some sound issues over here.
Yes, I'm going to read the book.
Right.
And find out all the information, and it's going to be terribly helpful.
Okay, good. That sounds great.
Are we going, as we're walking, to Gehenna?
Together? Yes, we're all going together.
To Gehenna.
Gehenna.
Well, we have to go through Hades first.
Do we?
I believe so.
Why?
Because you have to go through Hades to get to Gehenna. We did
Oh,
that.
well, no, by the river, yes.
We did that before, didn't we? We did that before.
No, yes. Unless we found a portal, we probably won't find a portal
Did we?
here if we're going by the river.
No.
Then yes, absolutely, yes.
Oh, I must have been mistaken.
No, you just go down the river and
Excellent.
Chris will explain my expert range of knowledge. of
The Styx travels through the top level of each of the lower planes of existence. It connects all of them together.
so you can go from one to another without going through any others.
You have to go through. It's a straight line. You will have to travel through Hades to get to Gehenna to get back to Avernus.
I was gonna,
Unless we go by portals, which we can't make and don't know where they are.
not from this plane.
And also this plane is not retreat.
Yes, the only way is really the river.
If no one's ever made it off this plane, because no information ever does, it can't be as easy as just find a boat.
I don't
just
think-
walk it out.
I don't think they said no one ever makes it off this plane.
They do.
They just hardly ever do.
Maybe they were talking about petitioners, because they all seem to flock into that place, don't they?
I don't believe petitioners can leave. I believe it's very difficult for everyone else to leave, but we can give it a shot. I will make sure, though, before we give it a shot and possibly die in the process, that I'll sending all the key information away, so that if we do all perish, it was not in vain.
Did you notice that no one tried to stop us as we left? Do you think that maybe they realized we weren't going to get out anyway?
Yeah, they'd probably felt pretty confident of that, I'm guessing.
They have probably heard of Andreas.
They didn't seem especially concerned about anyone who wasn't one of the petitioners.
Yeah.
Possibly they have a job.
That's probably what it was, right?
I mean,
Probably what it was.
we'll find out when we get to the river.
They said we could, like, when we arrived, they said we could kind of come and go as we please. They didn't seem to worry too much about us.
That
And
was
then, to be
from
honest,
the bastion rather than from the entire plane of existence.
yeah.
Different things.
True. But the Bastion folks, I mean, the only thing they started worrying about was the whole book, and then kind of got those folks out of the way. So I'm sure, I'm sure it's all right. Can I roll like persuasion or something to try and make you feel better?
Yes. I
Why?
think I'm going to need one.
While you're doing that, with your 29, you're back into the marshy swampland, and you start to recognise that the water around you is slowly but subtly changing. Would you roll?
25.
25, chill better.
I mean,
Great.
Okay. Let's go.
Styx water.
Nobody tread in it. I only have one greater restoration per day. It's especially important that I don't tread in it.
The ground around you is marshy and muddy. In other words, not treading in the water might be difficult. With your 29, you can see that there is a slightly raised area of this sort of cutting through the marshland, almost like a weird snaking path,
Cool.
which appears to be heading deeper into these marshy lands, where as you look out, the marsh does seem to get sort of thinner and more like a very, very wide delta or plain. The Styx at this point is hardly a river and more of a swamp.
I'm trying really hard not to tread in any of the water.
You can all, with Andreas' help, because he rolled a 29, easily step up onto this, what's known as a gap. It's a winding path in a marshland.
Is it artificial?
It's not artificial, it does have a name, but none of you would know it.
Enhanceability doesn't help saving throws, does
It
it?
does not. But it is also a very clear and evident path. Just making that clear to everyone.
Okay. Can I suppose the only way we think we could go is along the path. But if no one gets out, where do we think this path ends?
Hopefully it's some boats.
That's probably right.
I mean,
Right?
why else would you go to the sticks?
If it ends in some boats, won't there be some devils or demons coming back the other way?
We are just fellow sailors. Just a bunch of normal folk on the sticks. In a boat, hopefully.
I could be wrong, but from my reading, I don't believe the denizens here have any particular reason to keep us. I think the plane itself is difficult to leave.
Do you think there's a waterfall? There's always a waterfall in the theatre productions that I watch.
That would be a problem if there were a waterfall, yes. Which way does the Styx flow?
Yeah. Are we going to be going up?
You'll be going downstream.
How convenient. Oh, excellent.
It's also genuinely the way the Styx flows. It's just, well-written adventure. So you, as you make your way along this gap, as you're making your way along this path, your survival check still carries. You make sure that you stay on this path. That's totally fine. Would anyone like to roll a perception check to see what you see around you?
Yes.
I'll allow a group check. That is fine.
Guidance.
I mean, Judy, you could have advantage if you flew. Just saying. Fine.
I'm not falling for that one.
30.
Nice.
30.
I won't tell you
Wow.
what mine was, it doesn't matter. Again, I was really happy with my 21.
Kelton, as you're looking around either side of this path,
Gavin, what do your monitor eyes see? Sorry.
Just a good job it's not dark.
as you're looking either side of this path, the rest of the land is very much now boggy, swampy marshland to a point where you couldn't not touch the water if you were stepping outside of this path above it.
Yeah.
And it is winding, it's very clearly like a contour line almost that you're treading along. The land around is completely submerged, but the water looks odd. You've seen the Styx before on Avernus, and it does also have a slightly greyish tinge to it. There's a very definite sense the water might be polluted or diseased there. Here it's not like that. It's got a muggy, brownish, brackenish, greyish quality to it, almost like mud flats. And there's a definite smell. It's not death or decay, it's more of very low-level, almost ammonia. As you make your way along, you can see that the land is just sinking around this, that you are very much now on the only bit of land you could walk along. Although up ahead you do see what looks to be like a metallic-looking building that from this distance looks quite small, that this path is slowly winding towards.
There's a building. It looks rather like a sort of warehousey thing. Sort of shiny. Like an armoured building. Why would you put armour on a building?
Very dangerous place.
Yeah.
Should Fluster and was it you, Monsoon? Do your magic-y disguisey things? Pretend we are your prisoners or something.
I don't know. You won't look like the petitioners. So I guess I don't know. And we don't know who's in there and what they want people to look like, I guess.
It didn't work so well last time.
Yeah.
Again, I
Okay.
don't think that anyone here is necessarily out to get us, other than in just a general not being very nice kind of way.
I just second-naturedly just unclip my flyer, swing over my shoulder again.
Yeah.
Should we maybe just try and be quiet on the approach?
Shall
Sneak.
Jura and I try and take a little peek in through the window?
Let's check it out.
Maybe Jura take the lead?
Now, last time we did this, there was talk of maybe we should have formulated a plan. I'm not a fan of plans, but do we want to formulate a plan?
Yes. You should stay with us.
Yeah.
You should. Will you?
Sure.
Yeah, make an insight check, please.
Yes.
Aggressive.
Through the
Quite
visor.
soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
it seems like he's probably telling the truth.
Was that a one?
No,
No.
it's a 4 plus like 5 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
6. It's a 10.
Andreas kind of goes with the wind, or where he just finds himself.
Well,
Are the two of you going to sneak up, or are you all approaching together?
Why don't you go ahead and then
Yeah, you go ahead. I mean, I know like
consult?
Andreas stay here doesn't seem like the most extensive plan, but it's enough to make me feel a lot more.
We gathered some
calm.
data. We can make a
Are
plan
you,
based
are
on
you
available
confident that you can see where the path is?
data. Oh yes, good point.
Do you need Andreas to go with you to spot the path?
we have walked this way on the path so far. And also, our party cannot get lost except by magical means while we're travelling with Andreas.
Andreas has been. Oh, do we all need to
Well,
go
yeah.
with Andreas?
Well, the path is pretty obvious.
At this
moment,
point, the
isn't
path is pretty obvious
Yeah.
because it's water either side.
Well, at this point, if we got lost, it'd be a bit stupid.
I was just checking because that's exactly the kind of thing Chris would pull. As soon as you stepped away, you're suddenly in the sticks.
It's almost like we've played games with them before. Yeah.
Do you go ahead without
it? I'll point. I'll say, look, you can see it. Yeah.
It is also fairly obvious.
I mean, I can see it. I'm just checking that both of these two can see it.
Yeah.
Are you going ahead?
Yes.
Yes. Alright. Like old times.
Stealth checks, please. Are you flying?
I'm not, but I do unfurl my wings. Just so that I can fly if I need to.
We've seen his wings.
I know, but it's just fun.
28.
28.
12.
12.
Together, it's like 50.
Yeah!
As the two of you sneak down the path and sneak up to the outside, this building isn't that large. It's
How far away are we?
about 100 feet.
We're 100 feet in there.
Yeah. This building, it is quite warehousey. It is open on three sides because it is a dock. It is a dry dock, but it's not that dry because the land's all mud.
So it's a wet dock.
But not an entirely wet dock either. The boat that is inside the dock has been drawn out of the water and is lying slightly on its side at an angle. It is what you would describe as a long boat, if that helps anyone.
Nice.
One single deck, lots and lots of rows. It looks quite dilapidated, quite old.
Kind of like a la Viking.
Yeah, a little bit.
Would you describe it as a moist dock?
It's a moist dock. It's a moist dock.
Sick. Great. Love it.
No. As you walk up to this building, there's strewn bits of metal, wood all over the place, and you do trip over one and make quite an audible clang.
Do we hear that?
No, you're 100 feet away. From inside you get an hey,
Oh, God.
hey, someone there? And a figure walks out from inside this overhang area and just walks out. Oh, customers, hello.
Yes,
It's an almost skeletal, very gaunt figure, very grey skin, sort of pulled back a bit, and they're wearing a hat and overalls,
What kind of hat?
straw. Can I help you?
we would. I would like to get passage on the sticks.
Ah, yeah,
They
that's
can't-
what we do here.
They can't
Yeah.
see Judo.
Have they just seen...
Yes.
Sorry,
I mean, how well are you hiding? Are you sort of in the shadows?
yeah.
Have you done sort of
Yeah.
and just flown off? The moment there was a clang.
It's like, you know, when pigeons like disappear
Yeah.
up into like a barn roof or something.
Just one of you?
No, a couple more. Have you got space for?
Oh yeah, tons of space. It's a soul coin each.
Do you take other forms of payment?
Oh.
I'm sure.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, but we could make it up in more than that. You know, we're very useful people to have around.
Well, it's very difficult to get out of here.
Yeah, we're very useful. We'll help that happen.
All right. Well, do you wanna bring your friends up and we'll see what kind of price we can arrange?
Okay.
I stay hidden.
I
Okay.
sort of like look up into the shadows, if to be like, You gonna? And it's like, just give me a second. So,
You do that to them? Or to
yes,
me?
this
Yeah.
right,
I think that's the signal.
Are you all approaching now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going in? Right.
Hello.
Okay.
Lovely to meet you.
Hello.
So this. Forgive me. We are. I am so rude. What is your name?
Carrianth.
Carrianth, and the pronouns that you use.
Oh, I use they and them pronouns, and I'm Mesoloth, so I know all about the sticks. We're very happy to take you.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Good, that's what we need.
So we had a little tiny hitch in the negotiations that have happened before we've even started, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's usually a soul coin each. Gotta say.
Do any of us carry soul coins?
No. Previously checked, run through it loads of times,
Yeah,
offered you soul
there
coins
were
as payment.
sellers of
No
soul
thanks.
coins, but did not
Yeah.
want to take payment because they're dodge.
Is gold not legal tender? Yeah.
Well, we can work with gold. It's possible, but there's a certain amount of this that requires a soul's touch.
Luckily, we each have a soul, so...
Well, let's not start throwing
Whoa! Andreas needs Andreas' soul.
Yeah, quite attached to it.
Maybe some sort of.
While this conversation's going on, where did they come out of?
They came out of behind the boat in this sort of overhang area where the longboat is sort of slightly up to one side.
And we haven't heard movement from any other movement inside the building.
No one else has, but you could be looking.
Rob the soul till.
I was thinking he might have some soul coins in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. 24.
24. As you sort of crawl over the top of this, it's basically like an overhang, a metal overhang over the boat, and look inside. There are 35 to 40 figures on the deck of the ship.
Do they look like passengers or
No,
crew?
they look like corpses.
Lying dead like corpses, or like they're actually doing stuff?
They're not doing anything. They're mostly sort of slumped in various positions all over the deck.
They're definitely zombies.
What is the current exchange rate?
Well, there isn't really an exchange rate for soul coins. It's the souls, you see. Money's good, but souls are better.
How much better in a sort of quantifiable way?
Especially for such useful people who will be travelling on the Styx with you and making sure that everything stays safe and...
Look, I tell you what, we can make this easy. It's one soul each, and if by the end you haven't been able to provide me with one, we'll see how we do.
Andreas would prefer the quantifiable approach of Pericle. How much gold, my friend?
No, I think
we
that was the
Yugos ain't
quantifiable.
got a big thing on money, so soul coins are nothing.
When you say a soul, if we killed something and brought it to you, does that count?
Yeah, depends on the soul, of course. If it's a petitioner, no.
If it was a demon?
Yeah, demons got souls. I can work with demons, work with devils, work with anything.
But just you can't work with stuff that isn't soul imbued.
You travelled on the Styx before?
Yes.
No, I'm excited.
Need a soul or two, otherwise it takes its toll.
Is there a bank where we could go and exchange our currency?
Well, we probably should have thought about this before we came.
Do we just supply you with the bodies before they're completely deceased, or
Don't worry. I got a soul catcher. We'll work it out.
soul catcher? Is that like the triangular woolen sticks that you hang in the window?
No!
Well, often, sometimes, when you can't pay for something and you really need to get somewhere and there's just one person.
Can I get into this building?
And they want...
It's
Well,
open.
take
It's
your
basically just
soul.
one side and an overhang.
Okay. So I can do that without being... The zombies don't look like they're actively looking for stuff. I can get in and...
What was your stealth roll?
It was.
It was really high,
really
like
high,
28.
I don't remember.
If you're staying on the roof area and not coming down onto the ship, then yeah, you could probably be around. But if you try to get down towards the ship, I'm going to start rolling 35 to 40
Yeah.
perception checks, and
Yeah.
who knows?
No, but this is the boat as opposed to the metal building.
The metal building is basically just a wall and overhang that the boat sits in.
Oh, okay,
It's
right.
protected from the elements.
Okay. Does there look like anywhere that this person would keep something as valuable as soul coins? Like anything?
They're
obvious-
wearing a very long robe with a buckled belt with a very obvious pouch hanging off it.
Okay.
If we were to have a look at where we could get souls from, where would you suggest?
Oh, don't worry. We're travelling on the Styx. I'm sure we'll get a chance or two to pick some up.
Seems fine.
Say, you know what? We should probably just have a little. Do you mind if we just convene and chat about our
Not at
options
all.
in private?
Not got many customers today. Just looks around.
Yeah.
There's no one around you.
I do like the classic as seen on TV, like huddle everyone away and just be like, so, thoughts?
We will definitely kill enough.
Can I hear the conversation from where I am?
They're a good 50 foot down and quite a long way away, and they are speaking quietly. So new.
Yeah.
There are pirates on the Styx, you know.
What do I know about the Styx?
We've
Have I
travelled
been
on
there
the
before?
like
No.
we've
You
spoken about
you
it.
two have travelled on the Styx in Avernus and only in Avernus before, and there are various different kinds of ship that travel on the Styx. You've seen devils tend to use quite diesel punky style, like water boats with various strange contraptions on them, which are particularly dangerous. You've seen Merenloths before, like this one.
Is it not a devil or a demon?
It's a
Is it
Yugoloth.
Right.
They are the ferry people of the Styx, and they tend to do a lot of the travelling up and down it, and also they tend to stay out of fights and tend to be able to stay out of fights, generally speaking, because they are generally seen as impartial, although they are Yugoloths.
And what are they called?
Merenloths.
Like marine.
You've also seen that there are certain devils, demons, and Yugoloths that live in the Styx and are very comfortable and happy there.
Right.
You wouldn't have encountered many of these, you would know a bit from your travels, but generally speaking, terrifying, not great.
Can I get back down the way that I came and sneak my way to within earshot of the conversation? Yeah. Okay.
You're all 28.
Could we not? Is there not a chance that we start traveling and then you trap them in a bit of force and we just throw them somewhere else and steal their ship?
Don't forget you are speaking into microphones.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Could we not travel down the river for a little bit and then you put them in a bubble and we just
I mean, we can try. It doesn't always. I mean, obviously, it doesn't always go as well as the folks back in the Bastion.
Doesn't seem very nice.
Well, I am kind of more on the side of fucking up the person over there, rather than just like hoping that we find someone on the Styx where we're kind of cool trapping their soul.
Why don't we?
I'm gonna whisper.
Have you travelled on the Styx?
I've read about it in
There
books.
are nasty devils and demons who live within the Styx that we are definitely going to have to find because they're going to try and eat us. There are also devils and demons who travel in boats on the Styx who are going to try and fight us that we're going to have to kill because they're going to try and take us and kill us. So,
Demon pirates.
yes, so realistically, the chances of us finding things that we're going to steal their souls is not that low.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's very reassuring knowing that we're going to get attacked on the boat and definitely okay.
What I would strongly recommend is that we tie me securely to the boat so that I cannot fall off the boat, so that if one of you does fall off the boat, I cannot also fall off the boat, so that 30 days does not pass before I can greater restoration you.
What? Okay, just so that you have this in case it's ever needed. And I reach into one of my many pockets and pull out a bead of force and give it over to you. you can choose to get stuck in it.
Life
You
bubble.
won't sink.
Ah.
Just you know, it'll hurt a bit. Again, also it's kind of a speculative plan, but I feel like you should have one.
That's a good idea.
For those watching on the stream, the Styx water has an effect of a feeble mind spell, which means that if you are submerged in it, or touch a lot of it, big old saving throw, or you have an intelligence and charisma of 1 for 30 days.
And that would be really shit to roleplay.
Correct.
Except Keldon
Can
won't
cast a
be
spell
able
called.
to cast a spell.
There
but
is a
obviously
spell
Keldon
called
does
Greater
it.
Restoration, 5th level spell that will remove the effects.
Yeah.
Doesn't do a lot to me.
That is an excellent plan, thank you. However, what I'm concerned about with the plan, your plan, well, an excellent plan, is that we don't know if there is a reason that you cannot get off Carceri. Potentially, there is a particularly tricky bit of the Styx that you have to navigate. This person may know the way to navigate it.
Or we could not do it after that.
We could, but we could also potentially find another boat to travel on.
By then we could just run.
We will have to go through Hades to get to Gehenna. We're going deeply on the Styx for a while.
But this is what I mean. By the time if we get past the dangerous bit, we get to where there's more traffic, we could just run to another ship.
I whisper off from the side in my hiding place. I say, there are 30 or 40 zombies.
I can make that less of a problem.
Oh, we've got Keldon.
Um,
She's pretty effective with these things.
do I have some kind of insight into whether it would be them or the Styx that would that requires a soul in payment?
They've asked for a soul coin. Soul coins contain souls. That's the payment that they want.
Okay, because they did say if you don't offer a soul, the Styx
the
takes
take
its
a
toll.
toll.
I wasn't sure if that was like their cheeky little cell, which rhymed, or whether it was like a literal thing about the Styx.
They were being hyperbolic.
Ah,
That was quite a misleading way to phrase that.
Well, I think yes. At that point, we could potentially make our.
Make our way. I don't.
If we can kill a couple of demons on the way and hand over a couple of souls in,
It doesn't feel right to do that.
There are devils and demons.
Do they even do they own their own souls?
Well, if they don't own their own souls anyway, why does it matter?
As in, would they be there in a practical sense? But even without the practicalities, it doesn't. When do we decide that that's enough? We can. It's it's bad to take the souls of humans. That's what is the difference? It's the same.
There is a big difference.
I mean, if your line is humans, then have mine.
Humanoids.
Don't want that either. Like.
They are demons and devils. They are evil.
well, unfortunately, whether or not they are evil or whose souls we may or may not take, we do have to think about the big picture here. Doesn't seem to be terribly many options for going down this river or getting out of this plane, which it is quite important that we do for the sort of good of the multiverse.
But demons and devils take souls from mortals. If we take souls,
Yes.
what are we?
Well then,
Not very nice.
Giving them some payback.
Is for the
We-
greater good.
try to find as many options that involve us not doing that. We can
We
still
already-
brainstorm
Yes,
and
I
think
would love
through
to.
things on the boat. There'll be options. It's just we don't really know what they are yet because we don't know who else is going to be there or what boats are going to be there or exactly how everything's going to work. Oh, by the way, maybe keep the book hidden from the Loth.
Right.
I'm guessing they
Won't
don't.
mention it.
Yeah.
We
Chris,
already
look.
make these decisions when we kill demons or when we kill devils.
Well, it feels like there is a bit of a difference when imprison and a soul comes into play.
But if they attack us first, and we have to kill them anyway, perhaps it wouldn't make much difference. I don't know much about souls.
Chris, do we know what happens with soul coins? What's the purpose of them? Are they consumed?
A soul coin can be used to trap souls in it,
Mm.
and once it contains them, you can use those souls within the soul coins to do clever things. Not good things, but clever things. Souls within soul coins are consumed by using the soul coin for various things.
So
You can then entrap more souls into the same coin, etc.
So then the original soul is obliterated.
Yes.
I am perfectly on board with this plan of trapping the demon and devils, the fiends. That's why I'm in hell.
What happens to the soul of a devil or a demon when you kill it on its own plane of existence?
It dies.
Where does it go? Because presumably it's here, because this is its afterlife. When you kill it, it no longer exists in its own afterlife. Where does it go?
It ceases to exist.
So much like so soul doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go to...
It just ceases to exist.
Okay, so there is really no difference. It is like when Andreas splits one of their skulls with his blood axe, or crushes one of their faces with his flail of terror.
On Carceri, any demon or devil that you kill would reform back on its own plane.
Which means their souls wouldn't be free to be caught. So the soul catcher wouldn't be able to catch them.
If you caught their souls on this plane, they would not be free to go back to their plane and
okay.
reform. They would be trapped in that soul
It's
device.
really rather like prison for demons and devils. So rather than sending them back to their own plane to reform and try and come back and kill us another day, we're sending them to prison.
And then we use their souls as currency.
Well, we're not. Well, we're using them as currency, yes. But we're not going to use them, are we?
I am very uncomfortable with this.
They're very, very distasteful. But one must think about things logically, and one must say, what is for the best overall? What is the best outcome for everyone? And maybe do some maths and think, if this many people would benefit, then the costs would be worth it.
I think that's a very logical way of looking at it.
We could try and do some maths. If you like, I could write down some formulae. But perhaps that would help.
Somewhat.
Some formulae.
Flutter, what is the mission that you have been given from Twinkle Flipsy?
That is in character. Under the visor. Spitting.
Who's on a mission from what now?
My friend, it's Flip Twinkle. You know it's Flip Twinkle. You always say it like that. It feels reductive.
You have a friend. That's nice.
Yes. Making this place better. Do you think by participating in the trade of souls, is that what making this place better is?
Yes, because it will get us out of this place.
Does your friend only care about making this particular place better, or just sort of everywhere? Because that, I feel, is an important distinction.
I would love to pin them down in some specifics.
Yes, I mean, you should, yes. Maybe get them to sort of write it down.
Mm-hmm.
You could go over and mark any questions you had on the list. That would be very useful, yes. Next time you see them, do that. Wonderful.
I'll do that.
The Merrimoth's just watching and waiting.
We should just check what, if we get to the other end and we haven't been attacked by enough fiends to dispatch them and collect the souls, whether, this person would give us extra day to pop off, stand around, wait to be attacked.
If we're
Perfectly murder someone.
in a pinch, I can try and make them think that we've given them soul coins, etc.
Doesn't
It's
seem
not
very fair.
guaranteed, but I can always try. And it'll buy us a bit of time. I mean, not now, but,
yes,
but yeah, at the end.
Rather.
Can I ask that the souls is a last resort?
Oh yeah, no, I'm more than happy with it being a last resort. Like one under Leggett.
My issue with the souls being a last resort is if on the last day we have provided no souls and they decide they want ours. Because
there was an implication there. That's what I thought the implication was.
Because making this place better by taking our souls instead of fiend souls is the wrong way to do it.
By then we will be gone.
You may be, but we are not all as fast as you or as sneaky. And we have important information that we are trying to get to other places. We are not indispensable.
I mean, I will be sending the information before we get on the boat. That's quite key.
I would not.
Oh,
leave
really?
you behind.
Yes.
I would not leave you behind, Kilden.
I'm not suggesting you would, but if that situation came to pass, I would want you to.
This is just like the sheriff. No,
What?
the big giant demon outside.
The brazier.
No, the one with the 4 sticky demons and the invisible demon.
Demodans?
The Demodans you were fighting earlier.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is just like the Demodans. They're from this plane. We destroyed them. They are no more. The only difference is we will destroy some more demons and devils and fiends, and then they will be in a little soul coin for a little bit. It is distasteful to Andreas, but it is a means to an end. And I revel in the destruction of these fiends.
What do you think would give us the most chance of success and the most chance of being able to be a benefit to the most people?
We can tell them yes, and then get on another ship.
Do you think that will work? Seems riskier.
I mean, the plan has to start with saying yes, right? Because
Yeah.
otherwise we don't get on the ship.
Yes. Could see how it goes.
Yeah, I feel like this might... I know I was kind of advocating for planning recently. I feel like this might now be one of those situations where we kind of have to play it by multiple ears.
Something will happen.
Should I try and stow away?
Endless soul.
We're on an open boat. Where on earth are you going to stow away? Unless you're just going to fly for the entire time.
Well,
What
that
did it
may-
look like?
It's a longboat. There is no below deck.
Oh,
I feel like...
I should probably not try and stow away.
Yeah. So, say yes, and then we figure out what happens when stuff happens.
Yes, well, if things start attacking us and we start killing them and they start catching their souls, then that sort of happened.
I stand up
May
and
not
join
be
the group.
much we can do.
oh, there you are.
If souls get caught, I can take that on my...
I want the destruction of demons and devils.
Yeah.
To me, it's a good thing. It's an easier way of them never coming back.
It would not be the only burden I will bear.
For me, it's even better because if the ferry person has a soul catcher and we are dispatching demons and devils which are not from here, normally they would go back to their plane and reform, and they would torture more humanoids, and they would bring more despair and destruction upon the peoples of the multiverse.
That's a big word for you.
I was
Andreas.
going to say exactly that comment. Of the various planes and stuff. So if the creature can capture them, all the better. And eat them for breakfast.
Should we put things in motion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you need to take this on your soul.
If you let things happen, you are complicit. I know that. Walking into the building.
So you're ready to go?
Yes, I like you.
Ha! I like you too.
I'm just assuming it's true.
Yeah,
yeah.
ready, all packed and ready to go.
All right. All right.
You will receive your payment down the river.
I always do. They close their eyes briefly.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
14.
They do always receive their payment.
Have we paid one of these ferry folk before?
No.
Okay.
They close their eyes and concentrate, and as they do, you hear the shuffling of maybe 30 to 40 pairs of feet. And suddenly, coming off the boat are a series of, various different kinds of humanoid, devil, demon. You don't recognise all of them. And the boat gets slowly pushed into the water. Water splashing around their ankles. They don't seem to care that much.
Start raising my hand to turn undead.
and they all, as the boat gets pushed out, climb on the deck and are forming a large team of rowing. And the boat is expertly and carefully manoeuvred to the front of the dock that you're on. All aboard.
I assume there's some sort of jetty.
There. No, this water that definitely feeble-minds you is just splash through, it'll be fine. No, there's a jetty. You can easily.
See you in a month.
Now, it is a longboat, so it's not like there's a huge amount of space between you and the water.
I get on it and I sort of pat one of those zombies on the shoulders. And
Yeah, getting on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're all getting on?
I'll step on and I'll kind of hold a hand out in case you need a hand to steady yourself as you come on. I promise, last resort. Absolutely.
I'm more worried about getting away with all the zombies now.
Don't worry about them.
I'm gonna let go of your hand now.
Oh, yep, yep.
The oars splash in perfect time, and your barge slowly floats out. Again, it's not so much a river at this point, it's marshy flats. You have no idea where you're going. As the boat starts to pick up speed, a sail is unfurled to add to the speed of it, and the Marinloth captain just stands at the back. They don't steer, but the boat is definitely turning.
after 5 to 10 minutes, could I go and get a quiet word with Il Capitan?
Sure, after a short break.
Yay!
See you all in about 5-10 minutes. Bye. And we're back with Agents of the Nine now. Fucking hell, okay. And we find our party of adventurers travelling down the River Styx on a barge being piloted by a Merenloth, which is a kind of Yugoloth that none of you have rolled an insight check on. So,
There was an
There was an
insight
insight
check.
check.
That is.
you roll an insight check on a very specific part of what they said.
Yeah. They seem great. I'm
You
sure.
can't just roll random insight. Like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to roll a random insight check.
You could say like, what sense do I give them as a person?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called angling for an insight check. But it is easy. It is. Yeah. I think.
Did we
it's
get
better
their
than
names
this.
at least?
Yes, the name was given.
Yeah.
The name was given.
Carry.
Oh yeah, Carry Out Moss.
What I'm busy doing, instead of rolling insight checks, is busy curing myself.
Okay.
Fine. Andreas, the boat has now travelled out of the dock area and is now travelling. It's again this very wide, very open, watery expanse. If this is a river, it's very slow moving and feels more like marshland than an actual flowing river of any kind. Andreas, you were going to go and speak to the captain. The Merenloth is just standing at the back of the ship, and the ship appears to be turning left and right without them doing anything while the zombies continue to row.
While he's doing that, there's an actual sail and
Yes.
bar. Am I able to climb up and sit on the bar?
Yes.
And look forward?
Of course you are.
I want to do that.
Do it.
Rowers keep.
I just want everyone to know that I cure wounds myself at first level and gained 19 hit points back.
Fucking else.
All right.
Andreas, you were going to go and speak to the captain.
Captain.
My captain. I will go.
Yes.
I turn around and see if any of this lot are listening in.
Almost certainly.
Absolutely.
Not like
I'm
I've got-
probably a bit far away.
passive of 16.
Passive of 19.
I mean, where are you standing on the ship?
A longboat is
Yeah,
about
the
50 foot
captain.
long, so...
No, I'm probably standing at the prow looking angstily out into the river or something.
Angstily.
No, just
That's amazing. Yes.
feeling kind of.
Feline.
I'll take it because I keep doing it to you. Yeah,
Fluster. The figurehead of the boat is right next to you, and you do get a very odd, slightly unpleasant feel being near it. It is a figure. It's quite androgynous, hard to tell anything, but it appears to be screaming in agony. It's not actually screaming out loud. It's made of wood.
You were definitely doing a scene with Andreas.
Others of your party are around. If you wanted to speak privately, you'd have to find a way to do that.
Oh, well, yeah, I want to go right up to the captain, so we're very close to each other. And
Personal space, a thing you know about where you're from?
I'm from the arena.
All right.
You may have heard of me. The giant of the Icewind.
Can't say I have.
I'm not offended. I mean, they're a fairy person on the Styx. Not everyone's a fan. I wanted to ask you about these soul catchers.
Yes.
What is it?
It's on the prow of the ship.
Fluster?
Oh, no. No, not your friend, no. On the prow of the ship, if something dies within a certain range of it, and I will it so, then the soul is absorbed and becomes part of the ship.
Ah. I like how the fairy person's moved from New York to the deep south.
They've always had a very gentle accent. Some high points, some movement.
Is it possible to get mobile soul catchers?
Not that I'm aware of.
Has to be some sort of large object, statue, architectural.
I'll be honest, this is the only one I've ever known. And I tend to just spend my time on the water.
Nice life?
It's a living.
Thank you.
Can you tell all your friends we're about to reach the border.
That was really quick.
Carceri is a strange place, and I know my way around. Tell them to be quiet, though. It does get a little hairy sometimes. Wouldn't want to wake the Guardians, would we?
The Guardians. What are the Guardians?
Depends on which bit we go through and where we're going. A lot of heads.
Because it seems dramatically pleasing, I'll turn round nodding.
Request for more information.
Into Kelvin, standing right behind you.
So,
What?
Kelvin,
Andreas,
everyone should be quiet.
I'm very good at that.
Good. Because where we are going, the Guardians guard. And let me tell you, there's a lot of heads.
Did you find out anything else useful?
Start walking past. Still nodding.
What a badass am
Flume
I?
just bouncing up and down.
Are you
How much of
doing
the
this to each
conversation
of
can I
us?
have heard?
Yes.
You would have heard most of the conversation.
While that conversation was happening, can I go talk to Fluster
Of course.
while they're staring at me steady?
Yep.
Sort of just like start to extend a hand out towards the face, and like as you.
Hello! Oh, sorry, I always
So you
sneak up on people. I
really
should
snuck up
cough.
on me that time. Yeah.
I forget not to. I
Yeah,
tread very
you're-
lightly.
Yeah, for such a big
Sorry,
person,
yes,
you're
sorry. I-
pretty quiet.
Yeah, I'll cough now. I'll hum to myself. Hello.
Oh, is that Perigal behind me?
Yes, it is.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be short with you. What? Is everything okay?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I just wanted to, check that. Like, I just want to say, if we do things, and we're killing people, that's definitely fine, right? Because we're doing good things, so overall it's fine, right? I mean, you do. That is right?
Do you know,
get it. You're smart.
I was hoping to ask you that question because I thought that you were smart.
I'm very smart. I've read a lot of books.
What do the
Just
books
the same
say?
thing.
What do the books say is the right thing to do?
They're mostly about history and magic and.
Do you learn nothing from history?
Well, you see, usually killing people is bad, and you should help people and protect them. So a lot of the books I read sort of take that view. But then, there is a broader view where sometimes doing a bad thing could actually be a good thing. You just have to look at it in the right way.
It just needs to come from the perspective of the person who's writing the book.
Well, they might know best, mightn't they? They might be very smart, and they might have a really good overview of the situation and the balance of the situation, and they might say, murder those people. And it's for the best.
And if they don't, they certainly wouldn't tell you otherwise, right?
Well, I mean, it's written in books. It's probably right because it was written in a book.
I mean, and those are written by flawless persons.
Very intelligent people. Yes, exactly.
So, I feel like we have come full circle in the fact that if very intelligent people cannot make moral quandaries, it should be you who's telling me the answer, not asking me.
Well, I know. I'm telling you that everything's fine. I just wanted to check that you also agree that everything's fine, which it is, right?
I'm worried that by killing fiends, we are not making this place better.
What if they're trying to kill us?
Living is good.
Yes, we can agree on. Yeah, living is good. Self-defense is always good, right? That's fine, right? Self-defense is definitely fine.
I'm keeping an eye out.
There is a low-level hum that Kelvin hears first.
I
Yeah, like that.
I already heard you behind me. You don't need to hum again.
I'm going to tell them all. Monsoon, we need to be quiet. We are coming up to the Guardians. There are a lot of heads.
Monsoon.
I'm sure that.
Monsoon, also, nobody dies on this boat. None of us die on this boat.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you.
Apart from me, you're the only other person who can do that. Nobody dies on this boat.
I think many are going to die on this boat, not us.
The hum is starting to get slightly louder, and the captain is now looking behind you and looking a little concerned.
Is that you still?
Shush! It's not.
Message.
Yep.
The captain.
Yep.
So as quietly as I have to mumble under my breath for
Yes.
this to work. You look a little bit concerned. Anything we should know? You can do it in your head, so we won't make noise.
Well, that noise isn't normal.
Okay, I'm kind of just like, I look like I'm finger gunning everyone because I'm just going, this isn't normal, this isn't normal, this isn't normal, this isn't normal, this isn't normal.
What is
Doesn't look
normal?
normal. What is normal to the captain?
Well, we need to get past the Guardians and, well, it sounds like someone's about to make some noise. I'm gonna speed us up, but that means we'll probably get a little bit louder. Be ready.
We're speeding up, it's going to get louder, be ready, and then...
Are there ropes on the boat?
Yeah, there's rigging, there's sails.
Can we just, secure ourselves a bit?
If you'd like to.
I'm not saying that out loud.
You're
In
going
my
to...
mind I might be, I don't know.
Seems like a.
Are you securing yourself?
We should secure ourselves. We should secure ourselves.
I get a rope.
Cool.
I crankily tie myself up.
Are you tying yourself to the mast, to the side of the ship?
To a zombie.
To the
To-
mast.
To the... You're tying yourself to the mast.
Where's Judah?
Sitting on top of the
Oh,
rigging.
no.
I don't look up.
Somewhere.
I draw the Heaven's Trumpet
Yes.
and take a long look from where the buzzing is coming
From behind.
Doesn't make trumpeting noises when I draw it.
I know, I'm just readying myself.
So you're tying yourself to the mast. Can you roll an athletics check to tie yourself to the mast, please?
Yeah.
Can I help,
Do.
please?
Sure.
Can I assist?
Sure.
It's a physical strength.
That's a natural 20 plus
Wow.
7, so 27.
You are securely tied to the mast, but your arms are still free to do whatever you want.
Excellent.
So worried about this.
Was that me and Andreas together figuring out like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
arms?
Yeah, exactly. That was all that. Fluster, you've-
I activate my axe.
no problem. Fluster, as you head to the back of the ship, from behind, big old puffing plumes of black smoke are visible on the horizon.
Seems like it. Have I travelled on them?
You have?
Looks like maybe we've got devils incoming.
Secure yourself.
In the meantime, the boat that you're on speeds up. The water around the boat literally starts to move, as if someone's using the control water spell. The captain is pushing forward through the water at quite some pace. As they do,
Oh.
the boat rolls in that one on a stealth check.
Sizes.
The water around you starts to move strangely.
I'm just going to cast a small mage armor on myself.
Fine, and your arcane ward is up as well.
I'm going to cast protection from evil on myself.
Go for it.
I'm
Cross off the
going.
spell slots, please.
I'm going to summon my shadow blade.
Only lasts a minute, are you sure?
No, I don't do that.
Just because it's happened before you guys summon it. Oh, I can't use it. And yeah, I don't want
I
to.
thought that we were going to get tentacles or something.
Hasn't happened yet.
What? For my securing, because I still want to be able to and be willed. I just want to tie a bit of rope to my belt, essentially.
Fine, no problem. How long is a bit of rope?
In
How
my
long
mind,
is a piece of rope?
short enough that I won't be able to fall overboard. Whether that's reality.
Cool. The boat's only about 20 foot wide,
Okay,
so it's a 10-foot long piece of rope.
sure.
So you have a 20-foot radius around the centre, the mast.
I won't be near Calvin.
Yeah,
Sure. And if you happen to run in a certain direction, you'll just keep binding up Keldon as well. Just making sure you're aware of this. You have intelligence 7, you haven't thought about it.
Andreas is not aware of this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Has it been more than an hour that we've been on this boat?
No.
Yeah.
Behind you, the sort of is coming up from behind, and you start to see glinting metal on the horizon behind you. At the same time, in the water around you, there is a sort of scaly, almost like what looks like a tentacle or similar, sort of rolls out of the water slightly. And the captain sees this as well and just, okay, maybe silence is over, and just pushes the boat forward. A gust of wind catches in the sails. The boat is moving forward very, very, very quickly. As it all drives forward, the water around you erupts as a strange, almost draconic head bursts out of the water. And another, and another, and another, and another.
And a hydra.
And a hydra. As a fiendish hydra's boiling out of the water as the boat is zooming past, as behind you various, as you can now see them getting closer, that little, almost look like little metal, like bugs on the surface of the water. They're all covered in spikes and strange jutting out protrusions, and they all have these sort of gigantic, almost like fans on the back of them that are pushing them across the surface of the water at great speed.
Hovercraft.
Yeah. Demonic hovercraft.
Nice.
I want to get as close to Keldon as possible, please.
Okay, you can go and stand next to Keldon, that's totally fine.
Yep.
Really hoping we fight the hydra.
You're
I
going
mean, that's Greek classic.
Greek classy.
That's
Oh my
Vicenta
God.
Maximus.
That's a t-shirt slogan right there.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything else to prep, or do we roll initiative?
Well, it depends. It depends whether we're going straight in or because you just warned someone off casting something that lasts for a minute. So like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just, as long as I'm next to Keldon.
Let me check something.
because if we can cast things like if we're going to roll initiative,
We're now going to roll initiative because of the way stealth checks rolled. If you wanted to cast Shadowblade now, it would make sense.
I'm trying to decide whether I'd rather cast Fly.
Okay. Give me a second.
Or it. I cast Fly. I'm casting Fly.
Yes, I'm going to cast Bless.
Okay. Who are you blessing?
I'm going to cast Bless at second, third, fourth. I'm going to cast Bless at 4th level, and that
Okay.
blesses all of us.
Cool.
Everyone is blessed. You can add a d4 to any d20 roll for the next minute, as long as Keldon maintains concentration.
Slayer's praying the Hydra. And I
Okay.
just like pointing.
Oh, I meant to do the thing with the boat.
Okay. In which case, as the boat tries to veer to the side of the Hydra to get past it, and these other boats are coming up from behind, everyone please roll initiative.
Is the Hydra in front of us?
With your D4,
Around.
Oh, really?
because
That's what you get for doing
skill
things
check.
ahead of time.
Would I roll 2d4 if I'm rolling
Yeah. Yeah.
one for each dice?
Did you roll your D4, Toby?
Add your D4.
No.
Is this for initiative?
For
Yes,
initiative.
please.
Yeah, because it's a skill check.
So you add it to every D20.
Every d20 roll.
What? Bless
Oh,
you.
nice.
Anyone 20 or 25?
Yeah, 22!
22 for Monsoon.
20.
20 for
Fast
Fluster.
people, fast
With
people.
a bless and a natural 20, that's 24.
24 for Andreas.
People, you needed to hear that.
24.
Andreas is top of initiative order. That is a big moment.
Yeah.
You've also like only got 10 feet of movement, but
Anyone 15 to 20?
19.
19 for Judah. Anyone else? No.
I don't have any more spells.
Everyone else?
14.
14 for Keldon.
11 for Parable.
11 for Perigal. Thank you very much. As you are all on the deck of the ship, the Hydra has come out of the water. It hasn't attacked you yet. It is simply moving out of the water and looking around itself. All 8 heads just like looking in all directions. From behind you, these, let's face it, hovercraft are approaching far faster than your boat is travelling, but they are a lot smaller. Andreas, what are you doing?
I am readying action,
Yes,
attack thing.
holding action, yes.
Basically, I want, if the Hydra comes near me, or if anything comes within striking distance of me, I'm going to smash it.
Okay,
And I'm hoping it's the Hydra.
okay, that's fine by me.
And I say, Hydra!
Monsoon, what are you doing?
But just before that, as a free action, I double take that Andreas is going first.
You can't, it's not your turn.
Oh, how does it feel, Judah?
What are you up to, Monsoon?
I am going to cast Haste on Keldon.
No, I'm not the right person.
No, because I am very worried about the fact that you are tied to a mast, and this will give you advantage on deck saves. You get a +2 bonus to your AC, and you get an additional attack on each of your turns. Additional action, which can be attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. I mean, your speed is doubled, which doesn't seem to, but I'm mainly worried about you having to make deck saves.
And
So,
you can heal me
haste.
twice.
No,
No,
one spell per turn.
Yeah.
Unless you got a potion.
So I am going to do that, and then I would like to
Rage.
yeah, like I'm not even a barbarian. I'm guessing that because this thing has so many heads, it's not like there's a point on the boat where you can be further away from it.
No!
Well, then I do nothing else.
Fluster. You can fly, because you have cast fly.
I think what happens is like Fluster, like from their where the sort of veins of cloud
Yep.
usually erupt from, they sort of spread further over their body and concentrate around their feet. And they, how far away are the their foot and their blade? How far away is the Hydra?
The Hydra is roughly 20 feet to the side of the boat, and the boat is quite quickly trying to go around the side of the Hydra. It is currently right alongside it.
Alongside
Alongside the Hydra.
Cool, great. I focus for a moment, and as I leap through the air, like I'm going to style this out that it's just being able to jump very far, like
Fine.
the sort of thing of like being able to spring from space to space.
Yep.
More than flying most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
As I leap through the air towards the Hydra, I'm going to activate my Hexblade's Curse.
Yep.
Upon the Hydra,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to fucking stab it with my sword.
Fine. Yep.
Yeah. There's a number to hit. 26.
Yep, you dive straight towards it. You aiming for one of the heads in particular? Aiming for the body? Most of the body's still underwater.
Probably 11.
Let's go for one head.
Yeah.
Don't! One head.
Stab it.
Stab it
yeah.
in the head.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, 16 to hit. I will roll the second as well because it's an 18 to hit. That's
Both hit?
higher.
Yes.
Rad. Love that. And then I throw more dice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heavens. 8 plus 12 is 20 plus also Hexblade's Curse damage,
Mm-hmm.
which is another 16. That's
36.
36. No, it's not. That's not. It's not as high as that. Sorry. It's another 8 on
I
top
see.
of that. Forgive me.
28.
28. And fuck it. I'm going to also use a charge of my
Heaven's Trumpet.
Heaven's Trumpet,
Yep.
please. And
As you lean in and as you fly over and stab twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear the trumpeting calls of heaven, and I would like it to make. Just like that. And I would like it to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
That is a high 19.
Well, it makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it takes half of 4d6 dice damage. That's quite good. 15, 17, half of 17 is 8. And I add 8. I'm assuming I don't get sneak attack.
There are no other allies in range
You're a
at the moment.
swashbuckler.
But I'm a swashbuckler, so
Then
I
yes, you do get sneak attack. Yeah.
So I can throw even more d6s, and that's another fucking 10.
Oh, wow.
Cool. 46 points of damage in one round.
And then I take my free disengage and fuck off out. Oh,
As
they
you-
all count as different enemies.
A Hydra gets a reaction for each of its heads, and a Fiendish Hydra doesn't, ignores, disengages.
Say
As you fly in,
This feels targeted.
You knew this was coming.
I knew this was coming.
as you
Yeah.
fly in and stab down at one head, you do literally stab through one head, and the radiant damage just bursts out of the mouth, and you have literally destroyed one head. However, as you
As
do
I go
that,
to
as you try to flip
backwards.
off, another head just snakes over and tries to bite down on
This
you.
is gonna fuck me up. I don't have any spells left. It's gonna-
That's not very high. That is a 13 to hit.
That
Was
doesn't hit
that with
me.
disadvantage for the cloak?
It doesn't hit me anyway, but the cloak is up.
And that would have been a lot higher. So yes, it bites out of you, and you managed to disengage, and you managed to get back, but it was trying to attack you and missed, but you now are slightly probably more wary of attacking it in that way.
This wasn't all of the heads.
Yeah, was
No,
only
just one head.
That's nice.
But the creature is now
Yeah.
turning in, just one head is just flopping horribly as the body starts to emerge out of the water, and it is coming towards the boat now, definitely upset.
I'm more worried than I did before.
Judah, what's the plan, Batman?
The plan? This group doesn't do plans. I thought we'd already established that.
Yeah, we tried.
Well, I'm loving my position, by the way. I'm really glad that I came up here because I don't want to be down on that boat. Am I acting before the Hydra?
Yes,
Yes, good. I've seen a head taken out.
you have.
The head that tried to bite Flutter, I'm going to attack
Fluster.
that. Fluster. No, I
Judah,
oh, no.
of course.
You get your bless.
Oh yeah, thank you. So we will do that.
You start firing arrows on the top of the ship.
I do. Yes.
Remember to roll your bless because I have
So-
spent a 4th level spell slot for it.
Yes.
You better be grateful.
21. It's 21 hit.
21 hits, yes.
Good. Thank you for the bless. That. And I get that once, but I think so.
There's one now.
Yeah.
Still
So.
plus bless.
Plus
Every
bless,
D20.
Everything is bless. Oh my god! I have not rolled a 4 yet on bless. It's awesome. 12 is 23.
Yep, both arrows hit as you target the head that just misses Fluster as you fire 2 arrows at it from the top.
Okay.
Like air cartwheel away, just like the 2 arrows like appear in each nostril.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. This group has form.
I want to try. Do I think a trip attack will work on this, or do
You aim for a head. No.
Yeah, exactly. So
If you'd aim for a foot, yes, but
then
you aim
it's
for a
gotta be-
head.
Yeah.
Also-
if I was like aiming for the body or something like that, then yeah.
Do you want to make Do you want it to fall in the water
Well, I
and
thought
make a big splash?
maybe not. Yeah, maybe that's not such a good thing. Okay, so we won't do that. Will then. But you are within 5 foot of it, right? So I get that damage. So.
You disengaged and flew
Oh,
back.
okay. Did you? Oh no, that's cool. That's cool.
I did.
Oh no, but I had advantage because of my thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, I gotta use that now because it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I don't add a d4 to this.
No.
Not damage rolls, just d20 rolls.
To damage.
Everything has its limitations.
That's d10. I can't. Can you give me d8? I can't find a d8.
I've got
Sure.
many.
Cool. Thank you. 5, 9, 17, 24.
24.
And we'll do that again. That'll be another 9, so 33.
33 points of damage. That head is also collapses on top. Another one down.
Okay. And as can I hide from other heads looking in my direction?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to hide them.
Also blessed.
20. It's 25 at the moment.
Let's see how high it goes.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Great. Lovely.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
I mean, it has a +6 to perception. Interesting. Okay.
Cannot roll that.
Yeah.
Right. As the arrows lodge in the other head, and another head collapses on top of the other. The rest of the body of the creature is just moving forward, and it is looking at the ship and looking at the creatures on the ship. It's just going to start lashing out.
How many heads has it got in total?
It had 8. It now has 6.
Two heads down and it's still not giving up.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm coming in anyway.
I wouldn't know if it's demonic or devilish.
It is a fiendish hydra.
Fiendish. I'm just wondering, language-wise. Abyssal, infernal.
You could try either.
I'm just saying Hydra in Abyssal, Hydra in Infernal, Hydra in Common.
One head attacks Andreas. You get your attack in first. No bonus actions, so just 2 attacks.
No bonus action.
Nope, you only hold an
I
action.
should really read the
Roll your bless.
rulebook.
Roll your bless.
Right, I attack it once.
Twice. You attack it twice.
Yeah. 27, I think.
Yes, that hits. Do you want to roll the other attack as well? Add a d4 again.
That's a lot less.
Add a d4, just in case.
That's more. 18.
Yeah, that hits too. So
Yes,
both of
yes.
your flail attacks hit. As the head snaps into it, you just go. You hit it twice on the head.
I got a 5 on the d20 and a 4 on the d4.
Nice. Plus your modifier. That makes sense to me. Can you roll me the damage on that, please?
Yes, I can. That's 1 plus 5, 6.
Yep.
And a 5 plus 5 is 10, so
16.
16.
Cool. Not enough to kill the head.
I go action surge because I really want to get a Hydra's head.
Oh, can you action surge on a held action? I'll allow it because I'm being generous.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
It means they own your soul now. Yeah. You took a favour.
20.
Yes, that hits.
8.
Yeah, it hits.
25.
They both hit too.
Oh, without the bless.
Oh, well.
Not going to roll. That's a 8 plus 5, 13. Lucky for some, 5 plus 5 is 10, 23.
Did you add your Slayer's Prey to the damage of one of those?
No, I did not.
Add that now as well.
Has it got a chance this will do the head?
You need to roll in damage.
5.
So 28 total?
Yeah, I can't remember what I said.
That's right.
Yeah.
Plus a plus from beforehand, that's a lot of damage in one round as the head that's going toward you just go hammer down on it and literally cut the head off.
Yeah.
But with a flail, so really vicious. Like,
It's got a really ragged stump now, yeah.
Yes.
Would we have any reason to think that we would have to do a certain kind of damage to it in order to have it not regenerate the hands?
You wouldn't necessarily know that.
But if we were like, oh, this is a fiendish Hydra, like maybe it would be radiant? Just spitballing?
Put it this way. Normal Hydras, fire damage means the heads don't regrow. It's a fiendish Hydra.
It just means it's just going to always do it.
Which means this is going to be a lot of fun.
The first head tries to go for Andreas and just gets smashed to pieces, just completely annihilated. Gone in very few seconds.
That's 2 that have gone.
3.
3.
I would also be doing the usual trying to attract attacks. Also, I'm moving at double the speed I normally would, so it's even more frantic than usual.
Okay, one of the heads will go for you and the mast. That's a 24 to hit.
Despite my increased armor class, that does hit.
Damn it.
Yep. The head comes in. You are hit for 12 points of damage.
Oh, that's very little.
And it also, the mast behind you, there's a very distinct crunch as the head bites you and the mast and is not letting go at the moment.
Ah. It's fine.
There are also, let's see, 8, 3, 3, hang on, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more heads. And there's 4 of you, but can one of the heads see Judah? Nope.
Yay.
Yay!
Wait, what about? I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Oh, the captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, could go for the captain.
I just want to check.
It's going to go for the zombies. Zombies smell better.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Also, I have 60 feet of movement casually, so I got 20 feet to get there, and then I fucked off back another 40 feet.
So you're miles
Casually.
away.
I need to
Casually, without
please do.
even trying.
Yeah, you're out of range of the heads, although it does have a ridiculous reach.
Yeah, it's.
Is it 40 feet?
The ship's not.
It's many. It's 16 on the dice alone.
Yeah, you're fine. Concentration on bless is maintained. You're very fast. You could easily move out of range of it. It's fine. Not going to do that. So we will do 1 attack on Perigol. As one head snaps down towards you, that is an 11.
No.
Nope, doesn't hit you. Smashes into the deck next to you. The deck splinters. Monsoon, 1 goes towards you. Good grief. That is a 12 to hit. I have not rolled above a 5 for most of today.
You just rolled a 24 on me.
Yes.
And you had to roll above a 22, so they're really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you. It just always. You just got restrained.
And that's true! The captain also is not. There's just a smashing down all over the ship, but it's not actually impacting that much. 1 or 2 zombies get caught in this avalanche, of course.
Yeah.
The final heads are going to go for. Well, there's only 1 head left. It's just going to go for the ship. That hits,
no.
and there's a smash in the front of the ship as it crunches into the side of the ship, and it's now quite. The ship is now very much caught in the Hydra's many mouths and is not travelling forward anymore. Just so you're all aware.
Really?
Also, at the end of the Hydra's turn, where you cut the head off, there's a horrible boiling under the skin as 2 more heads bite their way out of the stump and are both on you immediately, Andreas. The 2 that you smashed down, 4 more heads have crawled their way out and are now also making their way forward. Maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the remaining
10.
5 is 11.
Oh yeah.
11 heads at the moment.
So, not radiant then.
No. The Hydra is just assaulting the ship, holding it close. The captain looks perturbed. Calvin, what would you like to do?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Right, well, I don't have any fire damage. I only have radiant damage.
It's a fiendish thing, fire.
Not fire.
It's
Okay.
also sitting in a big fucking puddle right now.
Correct.
What I would like to
Sitting in the
do
sticks.
is I would like to hit out at it with my axe.
The one that's literally clamped around
Yes,
you.
that's correct.
Tonk, fine by me.
That is a 19 plus 7.
Yep, that hits.
26. And I also had activated my axe.
You had.
Yes. So, that is axe damage,
Mm-hmm.
which is 2d8
Mm-hmm.
plus. Oh my god, so many things. Oh, I've never been able to do this before. It's
That's
been
not
5
true,
sessions.
Kelvin. You've hit with your axe many
It's been
times.
5 sessions, I've never done this before. Right. Axe damage
Yep.
is 7 plus 3.
It's 10.
The smite damage
Mm-hmm.
This might hurt.
would be 2 of those.
It's really on brand for me to make that joke.
I expect a
That's
super
another
cut.
7. 7 radiant.
That she's doing a branding.
7 radiant plus 10, so 17 damage total.
Yes, and that's my first action.
Yes, because you are hasted.
Second action.
Yep.
With my second action, I'm just going to reach out to it and
Mhm.
cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, nice one.
At what level?
I would recommend 4th from previous experience.
I need those spells for healing, really. I'm going to cast it at first level.
First level.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a natural 1. Plus 3 is 4. Plus 9.
Bless.
That's in there already. Plus 9 is
13?
yeah.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
You try and inflict wounds on
Yeah.
it, but the spell fades as you try and grab hold
Yeah.
of this head that's basically clamped around your midriff and it's just...
If
Yeah.
it's a touch spell.
It's a spell, it's a melee attack, you have to...
Okay.
It's a melee attack.
Mm.
I believe that is everything.
You have a bonus action still.
Yeah, but what am I going to do with it?
Good point. Right, that is the end of your turn. Perigal.
I am going to, having just missed one, throw a chromatic orb at it.
A chromatic orb. What kind of damage?
I'm going to try cold.
Okay.
I feel like we're trying damage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try cold.
I'll try cold damage. Go for it.
And I'm going to do that at second level.
Second level, no problem.
So range spell attack with a +4.
With a +4 again? Yes.
Oh god. 22.
Yes, that hits. Roll me the damage and then halve it.
Not cold. I mean, that's. Sorry.
It's alright.
48. Yes. Oh no, 48. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
3. So I'm 88.
There.
Thank you.
That is
I can't.
14. 15.
15, so halved is 7.
Yeah.
7 points of cold damage against the head that tries to attack you. It's you reach out and the spell casts out of your hand, and it does affect it, but not as much as you would have hoped it would have done. The icicles do form around the head, but it just shakes it off. Not that bothered at all. Right. The Merenloth at the end of your turn is going to use a lair action. And the boat around you, where it has been smashed, starts to re-knit itself.
Cool.
Not as much as you'd hope. Certainly enough to be making a difference. Yep, okay, good. The ship is trying to move forward, but can't. It is literally held in place by the Hydronax. It's attacked it at so many points and is holding it in place. Yes, mate.
I want to use a free action to shout, Capitan! How do we kill the Hydra demon beast?
I normally just go around it.
They are going to use their action to... Okay. Okay. God damn it. Hang on.
Well, the captain.
Yes, the captain's using an action. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm
So
looking
it's
forward
the
to seeing
main
what this
ship.
is.
Yeah, the more Chris says okay, the less I feel things
The less
are
okay I feel.
Sorry, control weather's a very complicated spell.
Oh.
Can I do that as well as the repairing the ship thing?
The ship is a lair action. Don't
So
worry.
the ship repairs itself.
Special, very cool ability because they're
Yeah,
in their
lair.
own, like,
Mm.
yeah,
Nice.
technically the boat's their lair,
I
I
want a
guess.
lair. The arena is my lair.
Or imagine if your own armour, because it's like the place that you are in, could
Because it's
become your own lair.
sweaty.
You're just covered
Yeah.
in a layer of sweat.
I really want a supercut of all these moments of you saying things across the entire
How many
The-
times does Bruce say sorry?
The wind around you starts to pick up. It's going to take a long time for this spell to take effect, but the sail is buffeting, like clearly almost being torn off as howling winds start around you. And it's almost like you're in the eye of a storm that's trying desperately to push you forward. It's going to take quite some time for this to get into full effect, but it does mean that if you weren't being held by the Hydra, you'd move at quite some pace. The whole ship is straining, and the Hydra's holding it back, so it's all very interlocked at this point.
What are the hovercraft doing?
Well, as they do that, from behind, you see there are about 4 smaller hovercraft approaching, and a much larger one coming up from behind that is a little bit slower, but it is all catching up with you very quickly. You can see quite a few barbed devils in the, what look like driving seats of these things, just driving them forward as fast as they can. And you've got the highest perception, so Keldon can just about see in the distance, sat in the centre of the much larger one. The much larger one also has at the front of it what look like jaws made of metal that as the engine spins, they... and they sort of almost sort of grind as they go forward. Is a horned devil with one of the horns snapped off, looking quite angry. Relatively cheesed off.
Nice.
Calden, what you also notice is that coming in from the left is another ship.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like a sort of... Spanish galleon's closest I have. It's a proper large ship, just sailing in, and on the deck you think you can see...
GIF.
Devils. There's definitely a big hairless minotaur shouting orders as this ship comes driving towards you from the other side.
That is what's happening right now. Is this happening right now?
It is happening right now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
What?
It's fine. Okay.
Is it?
We have something they want. That always puts you in a better position of power.
Andreas, it's your turn. What would you like to do? There are now 2 heads where there was 1! And you have a full turn of actions now.
Did that happen where it was cut off and not where it was just destroyed? Or did that happen for
in
the
all
one that
places.
I...
In all places. There are now 11 heads. On its turn it will get 11 attacks.
Now, you know,
Oh my god!
we discussed Andreas being a monster hunter
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
specifically in reference to Greek mythological monsters.
Yes, this counts. It's a fiend.
From my knowledge
Yes.
of normal hydras, not
Yes.
fiendish hydras,
Yes.
do they just keep springing, or is it like
On normal
they spring
hydras,
once?
fire damage to the stump would stop it from growing new heads. But this is a
Okay.
fiendish
But
hydra.
you can't just keep killing them with normal.
You can.
But they
At some
they'll
point it'll
keep-
run out of hit points.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
With normal hydras, do you have to attack the stump after it's a stump?
No, as long as you apply fire damage to it in some way, it doesn't regrow the heads. But that doesn't work with the fiendish one. It's almost like you can't stop it happening.
Unless we just keep pummeling
Just
it.
keep pummeling it
so-
until it's dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could try different kinds of magic and see if it does anything else.
I regret this
I'll make an
already,
insight check on the DM.
but for the group,
What are you doing, Andreas?
I'm going to do Primeval Awareness. As an action, you can expend 1 ranger spell slot.
Okay, mate.
Not that one. Hunter's Sense as an action. Choose 1 creature you can see within 60 foot. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities or resistances or vulnerabilities and what they are. Or if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
But don't worry, it isn't.
Oh, it's 1 per long rest. I thought it was going to be my last spell slot. It is going to be all of my attacks this round. I got 1 head. I'm satisfied.
It is resistant to cold, fire, and lightning damage, and slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing from non-magical weapons.
Do I know what will stop it regenerating, if anything?
Nothing. Nothing will stop it regenerating.
Well, it's peace of mind, isn't it? cold, lightning, and fire.
Fire, like most demons and devils, it is resistant to.
Like most demons and devils, it's resistant to cold, fire, and lightning damage. Nothing will stop it regenerating. You just need to pummel it.
Would you like to use your bonus action?
I think I can only use a bonus action to attack if I use my main action also to attack.
That is correct.
So, probably not is the answer to that.
You could cast a spell to do more damage next round, if there is a next round.
Ooh, I could use my last spell slot, that is correct, but I have a protection from evil up, and I don't want to break concentration.
If you
I
take
should have
any
rolled-
damage, you could second win.
I should have rolled your attack disadvantage, I'm sorry. Didn't hit you, but you know.
It didn't actually attack, it didn't get to attack me.
I tried. Oh no, it didn't, you're right. Never mind.
Can I use a bonus action to do something like try and wrestle the one which is clamping Keldon?
You can go over there.
Yeah.
Right, you go over there.
Kick it.
Sure. you kick it, nothing happens. Right.
Fuck this Hydra!
Fuck this Hydra! No! One thing, what would you like to do?
How close are the other? Is the kind of little convoy of hovercraft and the Spanish galleon? at the moment.
The convoy of hovercraft will be here at the end of this round.
Right. Okay.
The Spanish galleon will be here at the end of next round because, D&D.
Yeah. Oh, that's
It's gonna get crunchy.
disappointing. I think I don't think I'm going to try and intimidate or whatever the Hydra. I will instead just try and throw some daggers at one of the heads. I don't have much that does damage apart from Thunderwave, and I'm not about to do that on a boat. So I would like to, everything is going on throwing 2 daggers at this thing.
The head that tried to hit you.
Yeah, sure,
Fine.
why
Make
not?
me 2 dagger throws.
Okay.
The head is within 20 feet, just straight attack rolls. Add a d4 for bless.
Yes, of course. Oh, that's a 19.
Hits.
19, and I think just partially because I keep forgetting to use this item. The second one is what's that thing? Oh, that's 3. So that's there's a necklace that you see around my neck that just makes a little bit of a cog turning kind of noise.
Yep.
And my clockwork amulet.
Yes.
Has just kind of made a little shift and activated, which means I can forego a d20 roll and I just get a 10.
Yep.
Which means that's 10, 17, 19, I think. That
Yes,
was.
that hits.
No,
Yeah.
20.
Both daggers hit.
So yeah, get ready for this. This 2d4 plus 3 damage high draft. Yeah,
Halved, because they're not magical daggers.
Yeah, hope you like pain. So that is 9 halved to 4.
4 points of damage.
Almost not worth losing 2 daggers for, is it?
No. You've also lost those daggers. They're now stuck in the Hydra.
Yeah. Can they just can they look? Oh, can I have given it faux tiefling horns? Can just one of the heads have little dagger horns in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fluster, what would you like to do?
Alright. How far away is the Spanish galleon?
The Spanish galleon will be here in 2 rounds, and it travels 60 foot around when it's at full sail, which it is, and it's catching this new gust of wind that is starting to form as well. So it will be here in 2 rounds, 60 foot around, 120 feet away.
Does it look like it's only powered by the sail?
Yes.
One sail.
It's got one centre sail, one top sail with a cross yard arm across the side. It's not just I fly across, I cut one sail, it stops moving. No. It'll be slower.
Do I think if I got over there
Yes.
and I used my 2 attacks to both and then probably got away from all the demons on the boat, that would work if I rolled okay?
You want to fly 120 feet.
Yes, I haven't really thought that bit through yet either. 60, and then I can dash as a bonus action, which is my speed again, so 120 feet.
You can go 120 feet, which means you'll get to the ship.
You'll be stuck there.
This is really stupid. I shouldn't
This
do
is
this.
really
It's
stupid.
really stupid.
You're
It
just
is
gonna
good
die.
fun, but that is really dumb.
Also, we don't know how far away you have to be from this ship for your soul not to get caught by the thing when you die.
Didn't think about didn't.
He said he could. They said they could choose when they did it, but we don't know how they're going to choose.
Oh, I thought they said there was a radius. Oh, okay.
There is a radius.
We don't know what it is.
Oh, I see.
No, they didn't say. And it's bigger than that.
Oh.
Please don't die in the radius of this ship. I cannot take hits for you from 120 feet away, only from 30.
I think about it really hard and decide to stab the Hydra.
I mean, you could go for the Hydra's heads that are clamping on the ship. The downside would be we wouldn't be able to slay it properly then, when I really want to do that.
What I'm going to do is stab the heads that I fly over, and I stab directly into the neck of the one which is holding onto the mast.
And Keldon.
Yes.
Okay,
I want it to let go.
you do that. Fly over, make the attack roll.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
With the D4.
Add 4.
Add a d4.
Does a 16 hit?
Just.
Oh, I rolled a 5.
Unbelievable.
Cool. And has that head taken any damage yet?
Some, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I roll them separately after doing the
Absolutely.
damage,
Go
just
for
to
it.
see whether I can do different heads?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so I will do 9 plus 13. I have a friend nearby engaged with it.
Yes, you do.
Very much engaged with it.
Yes. So 13 plus 2. 15 points of stabbing damage.
As you fly in and stab into the neck, it cricks at an odd angle, and the head sort of flops down, and you're no longer being clamped into the mast. The mast is not being held.
Okay.
But
Excellent.
yeah,
I do not cut the head off.
no.
Yeah, doesn't make any difference.
You know, I'm just spitballing here. I stab a different head.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other ones that is. How many are currently holding onto the ship?
There's another 3 holding onto the ship.
Oh, I thought that would.
Okay, if I work really hard.
Oh, hang on. No, there were 3. One on the mast. There's 2 left. Clamped onto the ship.
Okay, well I'll go for one of the other ones then,
Yep.
please. That one does hit if a 5 hits.
You need to roll, we had to roll bless as well, don't you? Oh no, because you added 10. Yes, that
So
hits.
it's a
Yes.
20 now
Yes.
already.
Not hard to hit.
No, it's fine.
Just a sack of hit points.
But, plus 2, 9 to 13, 13 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I in my is this the head that has the daggers?
Yes.
Can I, with my bonus action, this is stupid, can I with my bonus action grab the 2 daggers and then like fuck off back out?
It'll get an attack of opportunity on you because of the way it works with disengaging.
Yes, but if I don't get out, it will maybe take 11 attacks.
Could do, yeah.
I would rather take one opportunity attack than
Good point.
be in
And you are
range of
flying sort of
11.
miles out of range again.
Yeah.
You just sort of out
And
again.
then
Fine.
Fuck off, back out.
Fine with me. It rolls a disadvantage because your cloak is still active. 9 doesn't hit you.
That doesn't hit me. No.
It's as you stab into the head and pull the daggers out and fuck off.
I like push off from its nose,
Yeah.
and that's what pushes
It
me.
again snaps out, and I'm going to say because the top roll would have hit you, it bites through your illusionary double, and you're just out of the way again.
Because I have wasted my bonus action, not wasted, but because I've used my bonus action to pull the daggers out from the Hydra's head,
Yep.
may I drop them very carefully? May I take them down? And you lost these.
Oh, thanks. Cheers.
Straight back out again.
Yep.
Fine by me. Judah.
Okay,
Judah.
so there's 2 still clamping on?
Yep.
Okay, so I was hidden from them, which is good.
Yes, you're still hidden somewhere on the mast.
Yes. So, yeah, the one that's clamped, that one didn't die, but it was injured. The one,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shoot that one.
Yep.
I don't need the +4 because that's lots. That will definitely hit. It was 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that's
And can I? Is that taking lots of damage or
Yes.
some damage? I'm going to roll that first if I can as well. Let's
Okay.
do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12.
12 points of damage, and that head is also dead.
Okay.
The arrow pierces through the soft palate and just pierces its mouth shut.
Right. I want to target another head.
There's only one more head still attached.
That's cool because I want to do a menacing attack to see if I can frighten it off. This may not hit. Let's see. Oh man, finally it sucks on the D4. 3, is 14 to miss, isn't it?
Just misses.
Just misses. You know what? I'm going to action surge.
Yep, fine by me.
With your bless.
Because
Yeah.
even with the bless, I rolled a 2 on the dice. So action surge. Oh my god,
Add the d4.
that was a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it is 15 at the moment. Sorry,
It's
So
already hit.
It's going to be 16
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah. So okay, so that is a hit. I do. So
Yeah.
I get an extra dice because of the thing.
Yes.
So 7, 11, 16 damage on that head.
Oh, that head is not released. It's not enough.
No, it's cool. It's cool, but it has to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
It is not frightened.
Oh, damn it.
It's an action surge. You have one more attack.
Okay, yeah. I'll take
And this one is barely holding on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a natural one.
Oh!
Who do you shoot instead?
Fire again, and there's a zombie next to it's going. Oh dear! Oh no! It is one head is still attached, and it now has 11. Well, 10.
No,
Oh, no, less. There were a few went down.
Hang on.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4
It's gonna have a
went
lot
down.
less.
Still got 7 left.
Can I shout something?
Of course.
If we do not try to kill each head, but try and take it each out, it will not gain more heads.
It doesn't matter now.
No, yeah.
Okay. It's reached maximum head capacity.
No, as in the
No.
devils are about to be on you anyway.
Yeah.
And then they all died.
Bonus action, I'm going to hide again. And I roll
You added
a
d4 again.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes. It's 28 at the moment, that's 30. It's pretty good.
Cool. No one knows where you are. You're miles away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain 5.
Takes me only 20 feet away because I had to get 40 feet to get in.
Heaps of zombies.
We do.
Yeah, but it doesn't want to eat the zombies. It's too smart to. It's smart enough to recognise they're not tasty. But it does want to keep the ship here. 2 of the heads are just going to crunch into the ship further to lock it in place.
God damn it.
The other, each of you gets 1. Everybody gets 1. Andreas, does a
Yes.
16 hit you?
No.
One head snaps down near you but doesn't get through.
I say no,
No.
but my non-magical plate.
Your AC is
It's
higher
got-
than
mine is
16.
15.
18.
It's fine, everyone.
Oh, that's close.
That does not hit me.
Perigold, does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Jeez, I'm not rolling well. Okay,
Yeah.
that is 13 points of damage as the head bites into you.
That's the end of my ward.
Oh.
You've still got more hit points than I do.
I've
Just
got
naturally.
loads. That was just my ward.
Monsoon, does a 24 hit you? Yes, it does.
Well, that's yeah.
You take 15 points
No,
of...
you don't.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Keldon takes 15 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then a head attacks Keldon.
Constitution saving throw, which
Suppose
is
they'll mark
a
themselves.
that's
They'll
a
mark themselves.
sorry, that's cocked.
That's
hang on.
fine.
Ah,
Tag counter.
it's, well, it's a 17.
Yeah, it's
plus.
But the attack that goes for you, Keldon, an 18 doesn't hit you, does it?
No.
No.
My AC is 22 at the moment. I don't want Monsoon to have to make Constitution saving throw because I don't want to be stunned for a round. For a minute.
No, it's just a round. It's a round that you're too tired and you can't do anything after this balance.
Cool.
So I'm eyeing up some concentration stuff that I might need to use soon.
Yeah.
The
No.
heads again flicker and boil out, and where there were 7 remaining, there are now 15 heads.
Wow. Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
The Hydra's now just more heads than body. Its body appears to be shrinking in size. Like it's just expending energy to just keep generating more and more and more heads. And the boat is firmly and securely fastened in some of the different mouths. Keldon, what would you like to do?
I am going to. Is there a head near me?
Yes, there's more than one head near you. The deck of the ship is now a mess of zombies, heads, bits of broken ship. The ship is also sinking. Just FYI, the water's not lapping onto the deck yet, but it's definitely at a weird angle.
That is the first time you've mentioned that, to be fair.
Well, the ship's starting to get a weird angle on it because the Hydra's heads are all over it. It's not a great situation. The captain's looking very concerned.
Oh, so not just perturbed.
Yeah, they're very concerned now.
Very concerned.
Keldon.
He's raised one eyebrow all the way up.
It's a
They've
fiend.
raised my all the way up.
What?
It's a fiend.
What's a fiend?
The Hydra. Can you, like, turn it?
No. I can make all of the zombies run away if you like. I am going to attack a nearby head with my axe.
Sure.
Dice.
Let's see how many heads we can get to before we all die.
That
Let's
is
go.
not good. That is a 16. 16.
Hits.
Where's my other D8 gone? There.
I reckon we could get to 20.
6
You're
points of
15
damage.
now, right?
6
Oh,
points
yeah.
of damage.
Yeah.
You
And then
hit a nearby head.
I'm going to Sacred Flame. How far away are the devils?
Uh,
Are they
the-
more than 60 feet?
no.
Right, I'm going to Sacred Flame a devil.
Okay, it has partial cover
Why?
because the boat it's on has bits of metal all over it.
Like, how much partial cover?
Partial cover.
What does that mean?
You add it's plus. Is it 2 or 5?
I think if it's partial, it's only 2.
Okay.
5 seems
You add 2 to its AC.
huge.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with.
I
It doesn't have an AC
can
for sacred
also
flame. It's a
check.
dexterity saving throw.
Don't check if it's wrong.
I think
Well, I
you're
need
right
to
on-
make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Ah, so you mean cover me? Oh no, but that increases the.
Oh yeah, half cover is just plus 2.
Thought so. Okay. It rolled a 15 on a dexterity saving throw.
Well, it's a 17.
Oh, which is irrelevant for a second.
Okay.
So. That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage to
Radiant.
the barbed devil. Yep. As it flies up, the ship sort of does a sort of slight jerk in the water, but
Is that the big slow one or the
no, small one.
one of the little ones? How
One of
many
the little ones. 4.
4 little ones. One big
Mhm.
one. Galleon. Little ones. Hydra. This is
Yep.
great. It's all great. Everything's fine.
Too many things here.
I am not sure how we are going to get out of this one, friends. Says Fluster in a very level voice.
If everyone could not attack the galleon, I've got a smidge of a plan. Just throwing that out there. Don't continue what you're doing.
You have a bonus
I've
action.
got a really stupid one if that doesn't work.
Your Andres banishes something. Does he know when it's within 50 hit points, or does he? Yeah, okay.
It's part of the fun.
Nope, I'm saving my... Nope, I'm not doing anything with my bonus action.
Okay. Perigal,
Can you disintegrate?
what would you like to do?
How wide is the river here?
It is exceptionally wide because it is a very wide space. But if you're thinking about what I think you're thinking about, you can make it very short and very long and wide.
I'm thinking about 10 by 10 panels.
Yeah, you could easily get things in the way of things if you wanted to.
Is the galleon coming up? It's still on the main river. It's not like a tributary that's narrower. It's just
It's basically all water as far as you can see at this point.
it's just huge. So
Yeah.
it's just a. They'd have to go round.
They'd still run into it if they didn't know it was there. Sorry, we're talking in riddles. What would you like to do?
Oh, it's invisible.
It is.
I put a spell on you.
Never considered that. Can I put an invisible wall of force
Yes.
between us in the routes of both of the ships?
10 by 10 panels.
Yeah, so 100-foot wide
Yeah.
wall.
I mean, your ship is only 50 foot long and about 20 foot wide. You could easily just... You could easily block the area off, and they're invisible panels.
And the ships are like there, and the Hydra's the other side.
Yes.
It's annoyingly grabby. I'll worry about the Hydra later. Because the Hydra's like, again, lengthways. Like,
Yes?
oh, well, I
Got
could...
lots of stabby friends looking after that at the minute.
Yeah, but I could put like 50-foot boat, I could put 5 and 5, but then it's less chance of them catching those two.
Mhm.
But it would get rid of the. I mean, it could swim under it as well. I'll focus on the ships. I am going to. Perigal is going to sort of walk to the back of the ship.
Mhm.
And start muttering and twiddling her fingers. And cast Wall of Force behind us in the way.
In the way of the devils and the demons?
Yes. And ignoring the Hydra.
Could like funnel them towards each other.
Because it's brilliant. Because it's brilliant and terrible, and I love it.
Okay. I didn't even think of it being invisible. This is a major bonus that I'm happy about.
You create a wall of force, an invisible wall of force behind you. None of you know what Perigal's
I'm
doing.
I'm just there, like, concentrating to myself, just like...
Fine. As you said, concentrate to yourself. The Mariner captain is concentrating on controlling the weather and just, if you can get us free, I can get us out of here, and tries to heal the ship a bit more because it needs it now. Yep, okay. Cool. As they're concentrating on that behind them, you just hear as some of the devils come flying towards you, super excited.
I should have timed... Yeah, never mind.
They're going to get feeble-minded.
Oh yeah.
They're going to warn the big ship that there's something in the way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you'll get the
No, but
galleon.
if they...
Will I get the galleon?
Concentrate.
Can I angle it so that the
I've got an
galleon and the
idea.
little ones would hit at the
Hang
same
on,
time?
I have to roll some stuff.
Sorry.
This is going to be terrible.
Oh my god!
Terrible rolls, I hope.
Can you point out
Just tell us we trust you.
2
Like-
nat ones?
Hey!
Two nat ones.
There you go.
So like
Boom! The first ship just rams into an invisible wall. Bits of the ship just go flying in all directions. You just hear a vague, "Ah!" Oh, you hear a Wilhelm scream as Bob Devil just flips off into the middle distance. The next one tries to turn, hits it on a side angle, and again, a gargantuan explosion, and another one goes flying off. On the Devil ship, you won't know this, it's just for me, Devil looking out with a telescope just... What's going on? I don't know. Unbelievable.
Finally, actual high-level spell. It's an actual battle. I am useful.
Andreas, it is your turn. What would you like?
bellow in laughter. Stupid bad devils! I will start pummeling Hydra heads.
Go for it.
How many are there?
15.
Too many. Way too many.
Has it got less than 50 hit points?
You don't know, but you know.
I mean, all the heads have got like at least 30 each or something. So
It's 1 hit point pool.
So it could have. I just don't know. Okay, I'm just going to start smashing it. Keep at it.
Keep at it. See how much damage you do in 1 round.
Roll some dice.
I hit it.
Is that with bless?
17.
It's alright, you already hit it. Roll me all 3 attacks.
I hit it.
This is the kind of roleplay I'm here for.
Almost an at one. Definitely not. That's when
Thunk! Your flail smashes one head, it falls to one side, and another, and the axe on another.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit with all 3. Roll me all the damage. That's 3d8 plus 15 plus 1d6.
And one of those is doubled.
So it's 4d8 plus 15 plus 1d6. And if you do the right amount of damage, it's dead.
Oh.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
that was 2 twos so far.
Never mind.
9, so that's 13 so far on the d8.
13 plus 15 is 28. It's close.
6 on the dice.
Nice.
Hang on, I have to do maths.
Is on like 1.
It's not dead.
Oh, that's fine.
And you're just flailing madly, just smashing your way around the deck, heads falling left and right.
Good.
Monsoon, what are you up to?
A bit like Chloe wishes that I could just spend this
kill stealing from with my pathetic little daggers.
Oh.
However, how close is the galleon?
The galleon is now slowing down a little, confused, as behind you hear another vague boom, and the body goes flying off.
So it's like it's not the Minotaur. This is the hairless.
Yes.
Female Minotaur from before.
Yes.
She's not within 30 feet.
No.
I can't get near enough to be within 30 feet of her.
No.
Okay. In that case, I would just like to, allowing for Hydra, stand at whatever bit of the ship will get me closest, and the moment that she is within 30 feet, I want to cast a spell.
One question.
Yes.
You added 15.
Yes, I did.
Should be 20 because of the.
No, the crit doesn't add. You don't add the modifier twice. Just the
Oh,
dice.
you don't? Okay, sorry.
That's why it's not dead yet. Go on.
So you're holding a spell.
Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
holding an action the moment she is within 30 feet. I'm casting a spell.
I wanted to come within 30 feet.
Blaster.
Finish it!
Yeah, I jump up from the ship and like I imagine in the all the heads like line up and they jump from like head to head to head to head, and I'm gonna fucking stab it. It's 6 plus 10 is 16 hits.
Yes.
There's a D4 as well, so.
Yeah, and then 20.
Yeah. Both attacks hit.
And to hit. So that's 2d6 plus 8 plus 12 makes 20 plus 8, 28, and then I do sneak attack. 28, 31. Do I need to use my bonus action?
No. As you stab it, the whole thing just sort of sinks down and collapses. As it collapses, any muscle strength that was holding it on board the ship starts to slowly slip off, and the wind's picking up and the ship's picking up. From behind, the large ship has stopped, and there's just a look of from the horned demon, just something about just looking straight at you. The devils of slow, just being careful as suddenly the wind is picking up and the whole ship you're on just drags itself out. You grab hold of a rope as you are suddenly pushing forward at an insane rate. You travel forward and you all vanish. And that's where we're going to end for today.
Lived!
God.
Lived! Sorry.
Well, that could have gone 1,000 different ways. I didn't think it would go like that. Wow.
Good force of.
Now, we are very, very, very tight on time, so we're running a little. So, right, let me just thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. British summertime. The British summertime is about to end. Check your local D&D page. We also have a live D&D show on the first Tuesday of every month at the Rosary Branch Theatre in London. That's called Undergods. Chloe's DMing it. It's going to be great. We also run another show called Mixtape. That's on the last Wednesday of every month, which is streamed live at twitch.tv/adventurerswanted. If you want to support us in other ways, become a patron. People are patrons. People here are patrons. It's really good.
Would recommend.
Money helps us buy cameras. Yay!
And other things, and you will get things in return.
There we go.
Yay.
Yes, good. Yes, that's a thing.
Probably more.
Good, lovely. We're on social media as Adventurers250 on Twitter. Every other service, we are Adventurers Wanted. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Very aware of time. Bye. Yay!